Good morning, YouTube. Happy Wednesday, everyone. Hope everyone's well. Sun is coming up over the Pacific Ocean. Let's talk some shit. Let me get started with the intro. We got a special guest with us. Just Irish will be joining us, and then we'll go ahead and drop the link in the chat and see who wants to come up and shoot this shit with us. We got a couple of topics: diamonds and golden toilets and mega millions. Let me get this intro going. We'll get into it.
Camera thief, take pictures, run like the parallel stitches, attach my feet to the path I beat, teach myself to keep the answers brief, gnash my teeth like the last to feast, imagine me on that abandoned beach, sand and sea as if the jazz was free, I'm ice cream mixed with gasoline, direct attention to the craftsmanship, neglect to mention that the past will stick like initials carved in the concrete, like the tattoo that hides on your mommy. I still kick it with angels. The difference is instead of the bar, I'm at my kitchen table. The starlight shines through the glass, but you feel safe underneath that mask. Ferris wheel, give rides. The scars healed in time to get high. Lock the doors and hide the keys. Let's go describe how to climb a tree. Don't sign the lease, just cop a corner for you to curl up and try to sleep. Those cheap police won't find my wings. I keep my dreams inside my dreams. And if I had a time machine, I'd probably use it like a vacuum and try to clean. It kinda seems quite more than a handful of these regrets have been circumstantial. Now give me all the cash out the drawer, touch that mustache down on the floor, and I'll be in court holding a pitchfork before I let the contest outlast the sport. Pocket watch, impatient, find a mate then make the migration. Break the rules but first break the rulers and keep it moving like a rumor. I don't need to defend my defensiveness. I keep to myself, my family, and friendships. I got enough people I could disappoint. If you disagree, I think you missed the point. Now go ahead and grab a chair. Let me tell you about the last few years. Pulled out a sack full of Samson's hair and put it on the dash like a dancing bear. I wrote you a horoscope. It won't fit on this post-it note, but if I had to sum it up into a shorter quote, it goes, fuck it, you might as well row that boat.
Always good advice. If you find yourself in a boat, you might as well row that boat, right? What's going on, everybody? It's chilly this morning here. And the sun's starting to come up. It's about to hit me here. I decided to go from the patio anyways. Let's see here. Who's with us this morning? As I said, Just Irish is going to join us here. Here, let me just add her. I think she's back here already. Boom, boom. Welcome in, Irish. So happy to have you.
What's happening? Yeah, good to be here. Hello, everyone.
I didn't have the biggest turnout for my last morning show, and I don't fucking care. I enjoy going live in the morning. It gets me going. I get it out of the way for the day. I really enjoy going first thing in the morning. Unfortunately, not everyone can be here. Emmy, I like to have Emmy around. She's at work, so we'll just have to do it without her.
We got Curious on there. She can man the ship meanwhile. And Pookie's here. Yep.
Good morning, Bella. Good morning, Lacey. Pookie, good to see you as always. And please hit the thumbs up. See Grain yet? I'm making my way through the chat. Detroit Rock City, thanks so much for being here. You don't know me.
You don't know me.
Good morning, Cheese. Hope you're well, dude.
Man, we're getting
N35. Good morning, Center Chat. Sorry, go ahead.
We're gonna get the snow rain mix in Milwaukee today.
Oh, bummer. That's a
It's
bummer.
all right.
I've been
Yeah.
doing my best not to fucking brag about my weather. It's just so nice here. It's crazy.
Yeah. I should move to Seattle. I like the rainy weather. Love it.
I like the evergreen forest. The rain, I could take it or leave it. I mean, I really don't
Yeah.
mind it. It just makes me sleepy. Like I don't get that affect seasonal disorder. Like people get bummed out. That's a
I
real
do.
thing.
I do. And I
That's a
still like the rain. I still love it. I
you.
love the rain. But
So you like that
yeah.
melancholy vibe then?
Yes, I do. I do.
Yeah,
Just like I like, now I'm getting old, so I'm up during the day all day now. But I used to be like a total night owl. The quiet hours were my favorite. So,
sure.
but
Yeah, I go in like cycles. Like sometimes, like because I paint and I typically like to paint at night, even though everyone knows you should paint in the natural light. I don't care. I don't
right,
like to paint at noon. Like noon is not when I'm inspired to
right,
paint. Um, Typically, it would be a couple glasses of red wine, maybe a marijuana cigarette, and my paintings 2 a.m. and I would get shit done. But my routine has changed obviously without having the red wine included in that. Um,
right,
but
right.
I paint a little earlier. I probably paint between midnight and 1. But I still can't paint in the daytime to save my life.
I think creativity is enhanced at night. Like my daughter's the same way. My oldest, she's 30 now, but 31. But I used to go to bed at night when she was like a young teenager, and I'd wake up and literally she had these wooden bunk beds. Literally, they'd be on the other side of the room when I woke up. Like she'd wake up and she'd be up all night doing crazy shit, and she's still like that. She loves being up at night, and she's she's an artist too, and she gets shit done at night. It's weird.
I think that's more common than not for sure.
Hmm.
Lacey says, I swear Granny says she don't talk about Brittany as she has a whole live about her. LOL, make it make sense. I know, Lacey. I'll explain it to you, Lacey, because I figured it out. I had an epiphany probably, I don't know, lunchtime yesterday. These people, these nonsense people, these grannies watching, these queen bees, they don't have any communication skills. They are the
None.
last people. They are the last people that should be on YouTube broadcasting and having a show that's like that incorporates the general public. Like it makes no fucking sense at all. They just suck. Like
I've made that comment many times that they don't have, and you know what causes most problems in interpersonal relationships? No communication skills, and they
oh
have none.
I
That's
know
like
it.
yeah, like when Moon was trying to tell me to go up on Queen's panel, I'm like, you're crazy. I'm like,
Yeah.
it would be I don't do that shit anymore.
I wouldn't even consider taking a link on her panel unless somebody just cashed at me $2,000.
Exactly.
It wouldn't even be worth opening my phone because
Right.
you know exactly what's going to happen. It's just going to pile
Oh,
on
exactly.
with the crackle.
What crazy shit like
Yeah.
lies and insults, like the status quo.
Yeah. Good morning, Dreamer G. Thanks for being here. Violet Butterfly, thanks so much for being here. Detroit Rock City is always in the best mood. What's up, Detroit?
Detroit singing this morning.
Oh yeah, that's the spirit. Spitfire or Pookie says, last time I was in Seattle, I had to wear a sweatshirt. The coldest birthday I ever had. Well, people don't know.
Oh,
That sucks. My birthday's in October, so I've had some cold ones too. People don't know what happens. Specifically in Santa Barbara and like up the central coast of California, there's this thing that's called June gloom, and I don't think anyone even knows about it. But basically, what it is the whole area just sits in fog for about a month.
I would love it.
If you drive either direction 20 minutes, you're on the beach in the sunshine. But for some reason, Santa Barbara and up into I guess it would be Santa Maria, whatever goes up the coast there, it just gets blanketed in fog, and it's called June gloom, and it has
Wow.
such a fucking negative impact on the mood of the rich, spoiled people in Santa Barbara. It's just incredible.
For sure.
I've never seen
For sure.
anything like
Yep.
it. Just gives them an excuse to not get dressed. Everyone's in their fucking pajamas. It's the weirdest shit ever. Like,
Yeah.
hey, Natalie,
It's so funny. Yesterday, I forget even where I heard this, but maybe it was even here. But someone was like, "How does I don't think the moon affects people." I'm like, the moon controls the whole tides, and you don't think it can affect a person?
Oh, they're definitely going to
It's
put
like,
that. The moon controls everything. No, it's
yeah,
true.
right. Oh, for sure. It's like it controls the tides, man. Come on. If you don't think people get nuts in a full moon, come on now.
Exactly.
Ask
Exactly.
any ER worker.
Well, that's it exactly. The moon controls the tides. In turn, it controls the wind. It controls the weather. It's everything.
Yeah.
It's just simple physics. I got Ninja Orchard is going to join us here in a second as well.
Orchids.
Orchids, yes. I know. You know me.
And
I just say ninja. Ninja. All right, let's add ninja.
Yeah.
How exciting. Thanks for joining me, guys. And then we'll see how it goes. We'll open up the panel here in a bit and see if anybody wants to have any. There we go. Hey, Ninja, welcome in.
Hello. Saludos from Spain.
Good morning.
Good morning, California.
Good morning. How the hell are you?
I'm doing all right. Actually, I really appreciate you giving me a link on such short notice. That's so cool. Hey, Irish.
Of course.
Look at me on the beach.
Hey, Ninja. I love it. I love it. I love your accent. I love it.
Oh, well, it's an accent of a mutt that has been worldwide picking up all the things. So you'll be hearing a lot of different words, I guess. I don't know. We'll see.
Very cool.
I hear you sound Aussie to me.
Yeah. Aussie, South African, Kenyan, a little bit of the American jargon, and a lot of British. And you may hear some German as well. Let me know if I'm too loud.
Oh, no.
You sound great. Ninja, if Chad doesn't know, Ninja is a world traveler and one of my staunch supporters here on the channel. It's a pleasure to finally hear. Well, I've heard her voice before, but it's a pleasure to share with you guys.
Thank you. It's good to be here. I know it's
always difficult. Grows some amazing flowers.
Yeah, we try.
Yes,
hey, sunny
cool.
side. Hand hearts.
And if you're not subscribed if you're not subscribed to either one of these two wonderful ladies, please do yourself a favor and do that.
Yeah, I don't, my drama is all orchid related.
Sure. No. Yeah, just to be clear, Ninja didn't join us to talk shit. She just wanted to come and hang out because she's
I'll join shit. I'll talk shit all day long if I have something to say I find is relevant to the conversation. Trust.
Okay. You didn't come with an axe to grind. I should have been more clear.
Well, no, right. Not yet. And there's always time for that.
It may happen.
Yeah, I mean, I have another channel that has 0 subscribers. It's ready to go if I want to pop off on that,
Oh, shit.
Yeah, and it's just that I'm not sure I can handle the stress the way you guys can take it. Because mentally, I'm at a point of nervous breakdown anyway. Do I need the heat, But I'm ready to do it here.
Well, I mean, you don't get to see everything that happens. It hasn't been as easy as it may seem from the outside. These people are, actual vultures. But
oh damn!
I wasn't even. I'm not even a creator, and I get nuts. Yeah.
But it's good. Yeah. It's good to see everybody in chat. I'm not probably going to be typing in chat because, I don't want to make a mistake here and destroy the stream. So
sure. I just have a couple of current event topics to share with you guys, and then we'll talk about it as we go. Mostly non-dramatic, as you can tell. There's 50 of us. If I was talking crap directly, there'd be 400 of us. So small right. Today. But I did find some interesting, funny news stories to share with you guys, and I would love to hear what you have to say about them. Let me just pull up the first one here. I have a video to go with the
Yeah.
story. There is 3 men convicted of stealing a $6 million golden toilet. Like, you can't make this shit up. Like, I gotta show you guys this.
It took 3?
Was it Cletus?
I think
Oh.
I think it was 3. I think it was 3 men and a getaway car, if I'm not mistaken.
Clue was a getaway car.
Clue couldn't handle a toilet like this. No way. It's way
Disguised as a porta potty.
Right, yeah, really, yeah. She's the porta potty of toilets, that's for sure.
her never. I'm not gonna say it. It's too early. It's too early for that. Let's see. Let me share that.
Oh, it's gonna get spicy if I'm here. That's all right.
Oh, my goodness.
You guys see the shitter? Look at that thing.
What a throne. What a throne.
Right. All right. Let's give it a go here.
It's worth more than £4 million and is made of 18-carat gold. But 2 days after it was installed at an art exhibition at Blenheim Palace in Oxfordshire, this golden toilet was stolen. What was the centrepiece of an exhibition on Friday is now a crime scene that's become its own tourist attraction.
It's a crime scene.
Okay, so this is the original story. So just to give some better timeline here, this is from I think 3 years ago when it was stolen. This is the original news story, and then just recently the men have been arrested and convicted. Yesterday they were convicted.
Imagine having to question what your wedding ring's made out of.
What? So this is like a display now? The crime scene?
It looks like it because it looks like people are still enjoying the museum in the background, huh? What the fuck?
Yeah.
Fingerprints, anyone?
Well, it looks like a Banksy exhibit with the police tape up.
Oh, I'm sorry, Sinner. I'm just lost with this. I had no idea. This is great.
Well, it's a golden shitter. It's
Gold is meltable.
Until I heard that the place had been flooded, and I thought, no, maybe it's not.
I had never heard of this toilet. I didn't know it existed, but I think it's absolutely incredible that they came in. I'm sort of wondering if
okay, there's something inherently funny about like golden toilet whisper. Like, what the hell?
It's too much.
What? Golden
She's
toilet
like
whisperer.
Yeah, she's
Oh.
whispering because she's
I
whispering
know.
because she's in the museum, but she's talking about a toilet.
Oh, gotcha.
The reverence.
Yeah. And she's just so shocked.
she's got her audio tour headphones from the museum and everything.
This is not a laughing matter. And she looks like Helen Mirren.
To the left, they have
Yeah, she does. Is it really?
I find it extraordinary that somebody could break in like that, to a place like this. How did they get in?
The door.
It's thought that the thieves removed the toilet from the front of the palace through the window that has now been boarded up. They made their way into the exhibition and removed the toilet that's thought to weigh around 100 kilos from the cubicle behind me.
The chief executive of Blenheim Palace
was the
says
plumber.
it was a well-planned robbery.
We're all aware of burglary risk in the art world.
Yeah. It's like a 200 plus pound.
Put an F on that. Put an F on that. The risk of the arts world. I'm sorry.
So am I right? That's a 200 plus pound toilet? If it's 100 kilo?
Yes. Whoa.
Oh,
yes.
hell.
My chair.
Man,
Crazy.
that's a lot of gold, man.
Jeez Louise. Sorry.
Yeah, what? Sinner, I think you're muted.
It has not happened.
Aha, it was. $4.8 billion shitter. Like I said, if you
Good
make
Lord.
if you make a gold toilet, you should have it stolen from you. That's insane.
Right?
I mean, you could just
well,
chisel off rent every month. Ching, 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 ching. Like, what the fuck?
We
who
should
would
all
want
now
to
head
shit in
to
it?
the UAE and get all those toilets out of the sheikhs' palaces.
Serious. Oh, that's not a bad idea. I know a lot were looted in Baghdad, for sure.
Oh yeah, the
Happened
looting.
here in living memory, I really could not tell you when it last happened here, and that's because our security systems are pretty good. The fear is this has not been taken by art lovers.
In the pink box, that's Ninja Orchard. Ninja Orchard. Oh,
It's not taken by art lovers, no.
What? Why do they say their security is pretty good? They busted a window and put a toilet out of it. What the hell are they talking about?
And not just a little toilet, but a big gold toilet. I mean,
a 200+ pound toilet.
I guess there was no alarm on that. I'm sure, like, you know, the Monets and the Picassos were probably
right
alarm triggers, and they're like, who's going to steal a 200-pound shitter?
I remember in like movies where I forget what movie it was, that dude that had to learn the fucking all the like Tai Chi moves to get through all the laser alarms.
I love all those like caper movies where there's
yeah
have to rob the vault.
It was that one with
that was a really good one with the red laser network or something.
Yeah, it was Mark Wahlberg. It was was it the Italian Job?
No, that was with the minis. With Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Yeah.
I don't know who the male lead was, but it was pretty interesting.
Yeah, it was good, but they here they just busted through a window. He's talking about his pretty good security system. I think you're lying.
That was it. And there's video here. Hold on a second. All right, now that was.
What is your algorithm like, Sinna? Good grief.
Oh, it's I'm on a list. I promise you.
Shadow band.
I'm on several lists. But this was a couple of years ago whenever it first happened. Since then, they've released surveillance footage, as well as the guys were prosecuted yesterday. So I have another video to follow this.
But taken by people who wish to convert it to its base ingredient, gold.
The artist has denied he's behind the disappearance, even though some of his fans think it's entirely plausible.
It wouldn't surprise me if he did something like stole his own artwork.
100,000 people got to use the golden loo when it was on display in New York. But if this theft isn't a prank, a group of thieves will be feeling flush. Stacey Foster, ITV News, Oxford.
Oh, lame commentary, lame.
Yeah, it could have been better.
Lame. Did you see that wonderful stainless steel toilet roll holder next to it? I mean, couldn't they at least pretend?
Yeah, what's up with that?
I mean,
is that like was that a gas station loo, or is that what was that? It looked like I don't know.
Where's that?
Is someone was saying? Okay, someone saying my mic's a little loud.
Where's that music coming from?
I was singing. Sorry.
No, there's music.
I was singing "Skip to My Lou."
No, there's music in the background. I don't know who's playing the music. Does anyone know?
Not me.
No, I'm
not me. I don't hear it. But I don't know if you're able to turn my mic down a little.
I don't know.
Sinner, did you take your meds?
I'm an idiot. The fucking music was playing in the background. All right, I've got the video was playing in the background that I was trying to share. Doop-a-doop. Okay, now look. Can you see that? Sorry, guys. I will get. You know what? This is the surveillance of them committing the crime.
Oh, this is going to be awesome.
Oh, yes.
My head in the loo. I got my head in the toilet. Don't flop the lid.
And they use the most intense music. What would Grey Hughes do in this video?
And it's Woodstock of all.
I can pause and read it.
It's like Chariots of Fire.
4:50 a.m. it looks like.
We're gonna get the loo. A latrine. Its name is America. Oh gosh, no, that's an insult.
216 pounds.
I saw that its title was America will Well, thanks, guys. Jeez.
Wow. I got the lid. The ring, sorry.
Three of them pled not guilty.
With the number plate and everything. Are they serious?
It looks like one guy wants to take the... Look at that beautiful building, though. Look at those lights. Jeez, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So three of these guys pled not guilty, and one of them is taking the rap. That's funny.
Yep.
They show the back of the statue into the toilet. I'm dead. I'm done. I mean, I feel like I'm being punked.
What, that person's running after him? You see that?
Yeah, I saw
Did you
that.
see that at the end? That person running? That was weird.
Yeah, like I don't think you're gonna catch them, man.
There you go, the
I mean,
golden
seriously.
shitter. Oh, I actually made a graphic for that and forgot to put it up. Jeez, hold on, let
Who
me see if I
puts
can
that
find it.
even in a B-roll, the backside of a statue while dealing with the burglary of a toilet?
Yeah,
I mean,
that was
somebody's
not-
got a
That
sense
was
of
not
humor,
an
right?
accident. That was,
No.
there we
Oh
go.
lordy! I'm saying, hey ninja, hey Texas girl, VK sir, hi.
So to answer your question, Grain, how do you clean
sir.
a gold toilet? Very carefully. Hey, VK,
Well, if you
Right.
got stains, you take gold paper, and then you put it, just cover the stains.
you just
like
do
that.
the gold leaf over top.
Gold leaf,
Right.
yeah. So did they get the toilet back, or was it gone? They had to have melted it down.
The toilet was never recovered.
Okay,
from
that's
what I
yeah.
understand. So they probably.
So it was it was changed into gold bars and shipped through the canals or something.
Almost guaranteed, yeah. Or just made into
Yeah.
coins. I mean, 1
But
ounce.
you know
Yeah.
what? I would never have a toilet like that in my home. Not even just because of the gold, but the design. I do not like a toilet that doesn't come with a lid. Shut that thing.
Okay, fair enough. I
I'm
don't have
sorry.
much use for a lid.
These cheapos here don't even, go as far as putting a lid on the thing.
Well, being raised with three sisters, I appreciate the lid because I would always give such a hard time get such a hard time for leaving the toilet seat up like most men do.
Yes.
So I was like,
it's
fine,
not fun
I'll
to
just-
fall in. It's not
Well,
fun
they wanted
falling
me-
in.
They wanted me to leave the lid open, but the seat down, so it was all prepared for them. Oh no! So I put the whole thing down, so they had to touch it too. They had to lift up.
Yeah.
there. If I have to close
Yeah.
it every time, then they've got to open it up.
Right. And it's like well, then which is the right way? If you're a dude, it's all the way up,
Yeah.
That's the right way. So it's
Why is there a lid
yeah.
on something?
But like I say, you guys don't fall in. Like the middle of the night, I go out I walk in the dark to my bathroom and if if that seat ain't down, you're getting wet,
That's true. I didn't think of that. I guess
Yeah.
that's
Too
why-
far,
that's
too
the whole
long, too long that I've lived with some for that to happen. I just had to think, fall in. Yeah, I got it. A little bit late.
Yeah.
A little bit late, but I got it.
Hey, good
You
morning,
don't have
Texas.
that extra ring of protection to keep you from falling in.
Okay, my next story is actually kind of more of a awe than it is oh.
Aw.
This is a story from the Philadelphia Zoo. And let me just get rid of this thing here. This is pretty cool. Some history was made with some Galápagos tortoise. Let's see here. Get rid of the shitter off the screen.
Thank you. I was a little too close to that for my liking,
My
but
bad.
anyway.
Ninjas
I felt
falling
flushed.
in.
I
I felt
intended on
flushed there
having
for a moment.
story. I intended on having up to that story, but it's too early for me. Let's face it. All right, here we go. World News with David Muir.
Finally tonight here, the first-time mom at 97 and one of her babies right here at the team at the Philadelphia Zoo. America Strong. Tonight at the Philadelphia Zoo, a new incredible world record. A first-time mom at 97 years old and her babies. 4 critically endangered western Santa Cruz Galápagos tortoise hatchlings have just hatched. Less than 50 are known to exist in America.
Hi, David.
Their care team introducing us.
Hi, David.
They represent a new genetic lineage of this species. And
Aww. Where'd the sound go?
I paused it for a second. I just
okay.
had to unmute myself. Look at those little guys. They look like the Ninja Turtles to me. I don't know about you.
They should have those names.
They look like they have serious personality. But 97 years old, the mother was. That's
wow.
Just crazy. I think half that age is a typical birthing age for those guys or those ladies.
Whoa, really?
I think so, yeah. I think it's hugely strange. Let's see who I've got here.
Hey, Coco.
Welcome in, Coco. Good morning.
Tonight, the zoo telling us they are proud to protect the endangered population and proud of that new mom. They call her Mommy. And they say remarkably, she is a first-time mother at 97 years old. Now the oldest known first-time mother ever of her species.
Hi, David.
Zookeeper Jason Alfondre.
She's our oldest and longest tenured resident, estimated hatching in 1928 and has been here since 1932. So she's about as filly as it gets.
Tonight, the zoo saying the babies are healthy. They'll be ready to make their big public debut on April 23rd, about 3 weeks from tonight.
Congratulations, Mommy!
David Muir's got some serious plastic surgery going on. But how cool is that?
That is.
That is cool. We used to have
APRN 35. I'm thinking how.
Yeah, the epidural, how'd that go? Yeah, we used to have like slider turtles when my kids were younger, and oh man, them things. If you weren't on top of those cages, the smell is awful.
Yeah, I never had one myself.
Yeah, we would go away. Well, they shared ink, and we would go clean. We had 2 filters running in it, and we would go camping for a weekend and come back and open the door, and it would just, the smell would hit you like every time. It was so bizarre. You can't go for 2-3 days, dude. You know.
No, thank you.
Yeah,
they are really good. I used to not be entertained by tortoises or turtles, but as I get older, I'm more interested in them. Simply because they live for so long. I mean, if you have separation anxiety, that's the pet for you. Is to get it.
Right. They outlive you.
Outlive you. Yeah.
Imagine making that your emotional support animal.
Well, I showed the man in Tokyo that he's a widower, and he's got a giant tortoise as a pet, and he walks that shit around the neighborhood. And he's a legend.
Saw
there.
that. It was so cute.
Yeah, that was adorable.
All right.
The smell is gross.
I'm excited to share. Let me see here. Let me get to where I need to be. How's everybody feeling in chat? Happy Wednesday, 8 a.m. on the West Coast. So it's getting to be lunchtime for you guys out there.
Yeah, it's 10:04 right now here in Milwaukee. Casey Chiefs, how's that baby? Casey Chief's baby grandson had surgery yesterday.
Oh, the surgery
Heart
happened.
surgery.
I was keeping track of that. Is KCG with us? Hey, KCG. Hope you're doing well. Hope everything's working out.
Casey Chiefs,
we all know. I heard it was way back in chat, but Cheese said that QB is talking about copywriting her name.
Trademark.
Shit.
Trademark.
Yeah.
You can't.
I think more than. Go ahead.
You can't trademark the word crackhead. Sorry, Buzz.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, Salty put out a.
Yes, exactly. She put out a short. Yeah.
Salty put out a short saying Queen Bee is already trademarked.
Of course it is. I mean,
it's so unoriginal.
You know the trademark after my name is just a joke, right? I'm not.
It's a joke, yeah. That's a Betty. Isn't that
Yes.
a
That
Betty
was from
joke?
Betty, right?
It was, yes, it was poking fun at Betty. That's what,
Right.
years ago, a couple
Yeah.
of years ago. Caser says, I love the box turtles in my backyard. I put fruit out and vegetable cuttings for them and hose them down. And that's very cool. Who was it? Somebody has turtles. I can't remember who it was. Somebody has just had 2 baby turtles, I think. I can't remember. I saw photos of them. Oh, well, in any case. Let's see what else I got here. Go to watch later. I did try to organize this, but 7:30 is a disorienting time of day for me. Let's see here. Okay, yes, of course. It's National Unicorn Day. In case you didn't know that. I don't know.
Oh, Lord. What does that mean?
Well, it's just a celebration of
because I'm sitting here
the
with
mythical,
deer in headlights.
beautiful
Like,
mythical creature known as the unicorn.
Right.
The slow national day. But here we go. Let's see. This guy's going to tell us about it. This guy's a little too happy, but he's still going to tell us about it. Let's see.
A little too happy.
He is, I mean, you'll see.
They've captured human imagination for thousands of years, appearing in ancient texts, medieval tapestries, and today's popular culture.
Hey, Marlena.
These magical creatures with their signature horn continue to symbolize purity, strength, and wonder. Today, we celebrate National Unicorn Day. Ancient Greek historians wrote about them as real animals from India, and their supposed horns, actually narwhal tusks, were highly valued in medieval Europe for their ability to detect poison and cure disease. Scotland has a special relationship with the unicorn, adopting it as their national animal in the 12th century as a symbol of independence. Today,
Whoa, is that still true? Is it their national animal? That's pretty cool.
I don't know.
I'm sitting here
unicorns
like, oh.
have transformed from
Ninja, you didn't know it was National Unicorn Day?
I didn't know such a thing existed. I'm sorry.
I just Googled a bunch of fun shit to share with you guys. I
was just enjoying your take from your other live about the tortilla, Spanish tortilla, and I couldn't agree more. Have one of those. I'm still on the tortilla. I'm here learning. Unicorn Day. Go for it.
From mythical beasts to beloved icons of fantasy, inspiring everything from children's toys, colorful food trends, and sparkling accessories.
Oh, this is scary.
I'm
Yeah,
Marlo
no, we're not
Anderson
doing
with
the
National Day
furries.
Calendar, reminding you to celebrate every day.
You come with a fairy with your unicorn, then nope. That kind of ruins the visual of a unicorn in my eyes. if you do the furry thing.
Oh, no. The furry thing makes me uncomfortable. Good morning, reality. I see you, love. I think I don't know where you're at, Sinner, but you might be muted.
Yep,
Okay.
I was muted.
Okay.
I wasn't talking. I was just trying to set up the next bit here. Or not bit, but
Geez, I don't know. I don't know if the unicorn is Irish. Are you thinking Scottish? I don't know. I don't even know what Americans. Oh wait, it's the eagle, right?
yes, the bald eagle.
Yeah.
Let's see. Next, I've got this one's actually pretty interesting. Well, pretty cool, anyways. I don't really care much for rocks, but you'll see. Maybe my computer seems to be lagging.
My daughter is a rock fiend. She's so funny. The same one I was talking about. She's an artist. She does all kinds of crazy stuff, but she literally picks up rocks wherever she goes. Like I was in her car the other day, and in the armrest on the door, in that little container where you can put your hand in there, there's rocks. That girl's got rocks everywhere. She just has an attraction to it. She's very into crystals and all that kind of stuff, but it was hilarious.
Very cool. I have a couple of hippie buddies that's what they do for a living. They prospect. They go find different sapphires and crap in the mountainsides.
Yeah, she does that too. She does that too, and she's always showing me because she'll like break them open sometimes. And I don't know if I should break this one open, Mom. I don't know, you know.
Yeah, he'll call me. He'll be so excited. He'll be like, Dave, you'll never believe what I found. Blah, it's a blah 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 blah. I'm like, no fucking idea. You found a rock, bro. Send me a photo. I'd love to see it, but I have no idea.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, she's
Geo-hunting.
found geo hunting. She's found like emerald stuff. I don't forget where, but she's found some cool things, man. She went and bought a rock. I don't know if it was a buffer, like a Dremel for rocks type of thing.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I forget what it's called, but
Like a
yeah.
tumbler.
So yeah, it's like a drill, but it has different attachments on it. So you can break them open, or you can shave them, or you can, you know, buff them. I was like, girl.
All right, this next story is taking place in Abu Dhabi. Have a look at this. Oh shoot! I thought they would actually have vocals here.
So the bees.
The show at the Bassam Faria Art Foundation, an island. Oh fuck! It's going too quickly. Anyways, it's one of the most valuable diamonds in the world. There it is. God, this music sucks.
Where did they get this thing? I hope it's not a blood diamond.
It's been passed around and sold for 100 years.
Oh wow!
It's
wow.
I'm gonna find. Like, give me a second. I'm gonna find you. That's not the video I was looking for. There's a video that actually has a human being talking about what it is. Let's see.
Awesome.
I hear it.
Whoa! Look at that rock. Empanadas, turtles, and Cheez-Its. Empanadas was yesterday, Detroit Rock City.
$100 million. We are going to leave you here with these visuals. We'll submit to short break. The exhibition feature.
Get back.
Abu Dhabi has unveiled an extraordinary exhibition
Ninjas
featuring
backstage.
8 of the world's rarest, most exquisite diamonds. They together weigh about 700 carats. And
she fell.
Oh, okay. I didn't notice. My bad. Let me get it back up.
7 carats.
Hey, there you are, Ninja.
Sorry about that.
Oh, Spitfire.
Okay.
Oh, I think
I fell off
Spitfire.
the loop.
I think Spitfire meant Ninjas backstage. Not the loop.
Sorry. Keep going. Listening.
I'm just looking at this guy's laptop. What a strange way to get a paid advertisement. Just slap a sticker on your laptop.
Right,
That's
and it's
weird.
crooked.
Yeah, whatever pays it is a little bit crooked. Whatever pays the bills.
now worth
Yeah.
$100
People hate me.
million. We are
Oh,
going to leave
yeah.
you here with these visuals. We'll submit to short break after. Let's stay with us. This is Beyond. I'm Shivan.
Oh, he's just playing the same damn video we just looked at. Anyway.
He's farming it out.
8 exquisite diamonds together weighing 700 carats. I mean, it's one of the craziest jewelry collections in the world.
I was going to say, yeah. Is that the necklace part, or is it the 8 exquisite diamonds? Must be. I don't know what they mean by that. But anyway,
I think they're the gem pieces. I watched like 10 videos on this last night.
yeah.
Now, if you want
Whatever, it's a lot.
Yes, I'm willing to bet they're a little more protected than the golden toilet was. I'm thinking. Sotheby's travels with like actual hitmen as security guards.
Yeah, I was gonna say they got the armed guards next to
Exactly.
a couple of them at least. Yeah,
For sure. I guess this is just the way. Oh, there it is.
Chump change for David Beckham.
Right? Oh, that's true. That's true.
These aren't just everyday diamonds. These are diamonds that really are one of a kind, but also represent some of the rarest natural treasures that exist.
Somebody get a hold of
Do
Sotheby's.
you have that in blue? I want it in blue.
I think this is the blue one here. But somebody get a hold of Sotheby's or whoever WION News is. I can make better videos for you than whoever made this video, you guys.
Right?
Right?
The music.
I would agree.
Terrible.
They just pick like the first generic do.
Yeah, like can you find it's like Siri, can you find me the most annoying hold music ever recorded?
Exactly. Hold music.
Pretty. Okay, Sotheby's, we get it. You don't have to advertise, we get it.
I could do with a remote job. Hit me up, Sotheby's.
Exactly.
You won't be disappointed.
I tell you,
Right?
I see some
Crazy.
After making videos here since it's just been a year since I made my first video here on YouTube. And now when I watch commercials, when I watch local advertisements, I get so frustrated. I'm like, you guys are just lazy. You guys are just lazy. Just a little bit of work and you could have made your commercial so much better.
Yeah.
She says,
yeah, because I don't do it. It's like I don't notice. Go ahead.
Yeah, I notice all the edits, the fades. It's
Salty.
Hey, Salty, welcome in. Hope you're well. We were just talking about your short. Maybe you should pull that up and have a look at it. I'll do that.
That was a great short, Salty.
Yeah, it's funny.
That was a great short.
It's funny. Yeah, I was laughing. Hate to break it to you, Queen.
Because she thinks she also thinks she can go travel and vacation in different countries. Bitch, you can't get it. You're gonna have a very difficult time.
She can't even
anywhere without a passport.
She ain't getting off the potty. She ain't getting off the potty chair. Come on now.
I mean, you could probably get to Jamaica if you hire a boatman from Cuba to come and get you somewhere in Florida. But,
she didn't know if it was a patent. She didn't know if it was a patent or a trademark. For one,
mercy, I was like,
she was like too high.
When I listened to that short, I had to listen to it twice because I was like,
"Me too, me too," because she was like stuttering over everything.
$13 blunt and knows.
Well, she is a human garbage can. I mean, I don't know what you
Barbecue is super chatting her like $200, so she let her up there. I don't know if it was the same stream, so she let her up there just out of obligation and treated her like shit.
Oh, did she?
Just that clip. Yeah,
that's funny. I did see her sending $200 smoke signals to Salty and to Melissa while on Salty.
Yeah, what was the? Can you say what the message was again? Because I didn't see that.
Oh, it was really generic, like, hey, pocket watchers, and how pathetic are those people that are just watching me over, very standard, I'm not mad, you're mad, sort of, but I mean, at $200 a pop, like, it's crazy, $200, like, fuck.
For $200 to Queen Bee, that's the joke's on you, barbecue.
Yeah, she got
and then Queen called her barbecue girl. I was like, oh shit.
She's begun to talk a little bit of shit on me, but she doesn't know who the fuck I am. Like I don't think she wants. I don't think she wants to.
She just goes by. Yeah, she goes by what she's heard some random sub say in a chat.
Yeah.
Well, Salty's short made me go and check where this cat section is. I had to listen to that for myself, and also to read JP's comments in the chat. Now, I'm not a fan of JP, but dang, she can troll and she can trigger.
Yeah.
And that was hilarious. There's a section in the live I watched and then read the comments. And JP was like, page 2 in the recipe book
one of my
is how to get tapeworm. And firework.
Yeah, JP, I don't even pay attention to that hoe. She's annoying.
Oh, okay. Yeah, definitely.
No, but she knows how to trigger people.
Uh-huh. Yep, fit in where you get in, Sonny.
coming up on panels just to tell us all about it. We already know.
Okay, and you don't need to come up here to say shit about me.
I asked her to hold on though. I asked her to come up and talk about the God damn it, trademark. There we go. Sorry, I missed. You know, I don't know if it's a fucking patent or whatever.
See?
But
Oh my God, Patty, you gonna go after Queen Bee because she misspoke?
I mean, what do you?
Like,
what is happening with this woman? What is happening with this human being? What are you gonna? You realize that if you copyright your name, you're just putting a bigger target. You're just gonna get sued by more people than you dumbass.
and then you still have to strike people and follow through with that shit. And I mean, hey, Jones and Willow, you still have to.
She doesn't want Miss Turner on her fucking court paperwork anymore. She wants everything official. Queen, I'm a fucking queen, you peasant.
Don't you remember when BHB did that with the trademark and everybody laughed her pretty much off the platform just because it was so ridiculous, and QB had a whole thing about it, laughing at her?
That's how I ended up with the trademark under my name. Or
There, exactly. And now she's like, yeah, probably.
She's doing her Porky Pig impression. Oh.
Good morning, Jones and hey Willow. Good morning, dude. Bitch brains has been barbecued. Nevertheless, morning, you beautiful bastards. Anyway, at work, earbuds in. Much love, my man.
Much love, Willow.
Yeah.
Holler.
Do you trademark it or not? I don't know how it worked. I wanted to know the process. So that's why I asked her to come up here because I don't know how that works. I didn't know you. It can be done. You just got to pay a lot of money. So did you get it?
Here's the process, Queen Bee.
No.
Try something else.
Girl, this is
Sorry, go ahead.
This is what Queen Bee does when she pulls someone up that she wants to fuck with. Well, I don't know. I don't know. I wanted you to explain to her. Well, I don't know what it means. That's what she does when she just wants to fucking roll you. Yeah. I see you, Queen Bee. I see you.
What's up, Joneson? Joneson, I had a morning stream last week, and I didn't have much of a turnout, and it was frustrating. And I'm an asshole, so I'm challenging myself to do a couple more morning streams because I don't want to shy away from something just because I wasn't successful the first time out. So a couple days a week, I hope to have a morning stream. I know Irish will join me sometimes, and then if no one wants to join me, then I'll just drop the link and we'll talk this shit with strangers. So
yeah,
that's what I'm up. I'm usually up this early, Jones, and I'm not online this early.
Man, I'm up. Yeah. I'm up at 4:50 every morning naturally. It's the strangest thing in the world.
Wow, that is strange. I would be pissed. I get up just before the sun.
Yeah. Mornings are good for me. By the nighttime, I start to feel like crap. So
looks like Emmy popped sent me a message. She was listening for a little bit on a lunch break.
Hey, Emmy.
Headstones.
Hey, Sunnyside. If I didn't say hello, good to see you. Oh, sorry. Let me finish this. My bad.
Right? How much money? How do you do it?
It's like $150.
So that's really not much. And then what? So what if she says it? Then what? Then what happens? I mean, like, do you press charges? Do you sue them?
$150 isn't a lot of money unless you're $150 short on rent, Queen Bee. I guess you don't know what that's like.
Right? Or if you don't have car insurance.
Exactly. That $150 that you're going to spend on that trademark, Irish, you fucking nailed it. Queen Bee, go to Geico and get fucking car insurance.
And barbecue, I have to question. She's like, it's like $150. Well, what?
It's far more than that. Trust me. I tried to copyright my artist name for my gallery work.
Right.
And it wasn't worth the money.
Right.
A couple $1,000, you know.
Wow.
They're gassing her up. They're like,
And you have to keep renewing it. It's not a one and done. You have to keep
Yeah,
it
you
up.
do.
I think I don't know how many years it lasts to hold it, but you have to keep doing it.
Press charges. Yeah, Salty. What do? Press charges? Shut up. She's so out of it, man.
She's just looking for a way to sue someone else. What a fucking fraud.
Yeah. I'll do it. Yeah.
I'm like, what?
I mean, she's the type of person that goes to Vegas and like looks for a fucking banana to slip on for sure. Like she's in a cartoon existence.
Oh yeah, like slipping Jimmy.
My goodness.
Yeah, you could file something. I'm not really sure. I mean,
Oh my God.
I just ask why.
why what?
Why did you get it trademarked?
Because I did.
I'm just curious.
Because I can.
That's why I would do it. I'd be an asshole and do it. I'm just being
I mean, when you have people.
QB, you be an asshole. I can't believe that you have it in you to be an asshole. You're such a fucking sweetheart. No way.
I think barbecue's lying. It's like $150. Yeah, you could do something about it. And why did you do it? Because I did.
I swear, these fucking people approach everything in life the same way they do true crime cases, and God bless us all if that's the case, because they're just they're always confused. They never get the facts straight. I mean, this is not just how they do it on YouTube, guys, but this is how they live their existence.
This needs the background music of the Benny Hill.
Oh, I wish
you
I
know?
had it. I wish
Seriously,
I had it.
this conversation is like you flush it down that golden toilet, the brain cells will pick up some value.
I don't have Benny Hill. I have this.
Yeah, God.
Stalking and harassing you and defaming you and bullying you.
Listen, I'm not taking that away from you.
Live every single fucking night, talking shit on me and people and Queen. Who cares?
I'm not taking
Wait until Queen Bee finds out that her name's already been trademarked. Oh, fuck. No shit about shit. They're so fucking clueless over there.
Coming up on panels.
Right.
Yeah.
Suddenly, QB actually thinks she thinks she's a queen. She's like, how could I get elected royalty?
Right. Oh God! And then it was funny. Oh yeah. You didn't play it yet. The end is funny where.
Oh, I thought that was the end.
No. I think if you catch the end, it's fucking hilarious.
It was all about it. We already know.
Okay, and you don't need to come up here to say shit about me.
I asked her. Hold on, no. I asked her to come up and talk about the God damn it, trademark. There we go. Sorry, I missed. I don't know if it's a fucking patent or whatever.
See?
But
Oh my God, Eddie, you're gonna go.
Nothing like a skid mark talking about a trademark. I'll tell you that.
Oh God! The Pana.
Yeah, did you trademark it or not? How it worked. I wanted to know the process. So that's why I asked her to come up here because I don't know how that works. I didn't know it can be done. You just got to pay a lot of money. So did you get it trademarked?
Not a lot of money.
How much money? Where do you? How do you do it?
It's like $150.
So that's really not much. And then what? So what if she says it? Then what happens? I mean, like,
she's all $150. That's not a lot. I can get some dumb bitch to send me that right now.
Exactly. And you know what's funny is she totally pulled Barbecue up there because Barbecue was saying this and Queen Bee thought she was lying. And Queen Bee wanted to just embarrass her. That's why she asked her to come up right there. And Barbecue's cash apping her or super chatting her.
It's so weird. I've got to sit down with Salty Lunatics sometime soon and get the whole, because hey Jones, and I'm glad you like morning streams. I got to get the whole barbecue story, the barbecue lady story, because now she's talking shit at me, and I need a new project anyways because fuck her. It's just so weird. QB, let me tell you something, Miss Turner. $150 isn't a lot of money to you, of course, because you got this sweet scam going on. But tell someone who is $100 short on rent that $150 isn't a lot of money. Like it's so
Exactly.
It's so arrogant. Does she realize that at least half of her watchers and subscribers are on a fixed budget?
Exactly. I mean, I'm one of those people, and it's like, yeah, to say, oh, I don't know what, it's just, she doesn't even realize the low key insults she throws around. All of them,
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
that
just
last week
completely
of the
lost
month
touch
is
with
hard.
reality.
Yeah. She's detached. She's detached from reality. That's the perfect way to put it. She just has no idea.
No.
She's just walking around, like I said, looking for a fucking banana slip-on so she has someone to sue. It's crazy.
Exactly.
A public nuisance. She says, I'd pay good money to see QB and B Tim try to navigate a crosswalk signal.
QB in her scooter.
Oh my goodness.
It says
I think
with
QB is
the
probably
people
about
walking,
that.
she will never cross because she's sat in a scooter. It doesn't apply to her.
Oh yeah, what are those things called? Those little sit-down
The hover around, the
hover around, yeah.
the rascal or the rascal.
The rascal. Queen Bee on her own
She's
version,
like,
the crackle.
She's in her golden scooter, and she's like in the bicycle lane because she's important and she can drive with traffic in her scooter. Oh.
Put a flag in the back, one of those extended flags.
Right. Yeah.
I did have another story I could share with you guys. Let me see if I can find it. I'm not sure if I. Oh wait, we finished this. I didn't see the end of this. Let's finish this. Sorry, I get distracted so easily.
It's the end of the panel part.
Charges? Do you sue them? Like what happens? What's the reason? Yeah, you could file something. I'm not really sure. I mean,
Oh my God.
I just didn't know. Just ask why. Why what?
Salty has a great laugh.
Because I did. I'm just curious. Asshole. That's why I would do it. I'd be an asshole and do it.
Oh my God.
I'm just being real.
You do it every day.
And harassing you and defaming you and bullying you. Listen, I'm not taking that away from you.
QB does it every day. It's not new. Oh.
Telling the truth about her is harassing and bullying.
Being an asshole.
Oh no, it's not just that.
To
Telling the
harass
truth about her is stalking and borderline, creep town. You can't tell the truth about her, or else you get thrown in the Google.
Exactly.
And that's not even a problem for me. This fucking loser can think whatever the fuck she wants about me, and I'm not big on saying I don't care like these fucking losers. I don't know how they're making it cool to not care about shit, but I care. But specifically of her opinion about me, I truly could not give a fuck. Like,
well, that's like
person.
Yeah. Well, I was watching because I don't watch these fools. They just make me stabby. So I was watching the lab one night at Lab After Dark, and Josh was going over one of Queen Bee's. I don't know. Queen Bee was talking shit about Josh. But before she got to that part, she pulled up my picture of my cam slip. And Josh, thankfully, didn't show it because I was like COVID in bed. It was awful. And it was from the nose up. And guess who was on panel making fun of me, but Queen, who doesn't cam up, and Clue. I'm like, Clue, you for real? You for real, girl? So I was like, I just posted yet another picture of myself. I'm like, just in case anyone wants to see my whole face. It's like they sat there and made fun of me. And I'm like, I can't even take that seriously. I mean, Clue looking like, Clue looking like a whole Chernobyl's child.
Yeah, she's got that like gelatinous 5-gallon head that just doesn't.
It's like it reminds me of that, that troll meme with the goofy shaped troll thing. That's what it reminds me of.
It does.
That's what Clue's head reminds me of. But I'm like, are you for real? Like, you can't even take it seriously. Like, people, you know what they think about me is none of my business. I don't give a fuck. You know?
This is going to be there's no way for you guys to connect to this story, but I have to share it. So I traveled. I was going to go to the Tom Savini Special Effects School, which is in south of Pittsburgh in a town called Monessen, Pennsylvania. That's not important. What's important is Tom Savini is a legend in cinema for doing horror film special effects, fake limbs, all kinds of weird shit like that. So I went down. I traveled down to the school, which just happens to be an old church. It's a very strange school. In any case, when I walked in, there was this big gelatinous head that this student was working in, this big silicone mask. I'm trying to look for the picture of it because it looks just like Clue's big jelly head. Never seen a face like that since I saw that mask. And then when first time I saw Clue, I was like, what the fuck?
Oh, flashback to the mask.
She doesn't look real to me. Like you could like knock on her face or something. I don't know. It's hard to explain.
I know. And I don't know what she got going on her upper lip there, but it's looking like kind of like, I don't know, something funky. I was going to say that, like, you right, like herpes simplex 10. If y'all seen Beverly Hills Cop, man, you know what I'm talking about. The herpes simplex 10.
She says QP will have a crowdfund. Of course, she wouldn't pay for her own trademark. I mean, let's see. Is the word grift trademarked? That would be your trademark, Becky.
Right.
Oh my goodness.
Becky Boombots.
You can probably copyright. There's probably all kinds of things that you can copyright. Knox County Trap House, Mother of the Year.
Except any kind of profanities, you can't do that. Those you can't.
Well, Mother of the Year.
They're exempt.
Oh, okay. That's
her head could fill a Mount Rushmore. So I was curious.
Willow wants it on barbecue story, barbecue lady story talk. You got it, man. I'll set up.
Yeah.
Or maybe we could do it at Salty's because she's the source of that information.
Right.
I still have to get Queen Bee's all of her criminal offenses together for Salty. She wants to see it. It's quite a list.
I always love saying it's a tedious affair.
It is. And I've got half of the files in like an old phone and half of it in my new phone. So thanks for your patience, Salty. I promise I'll get it to you.
Well, I know all the Knox County ones are right at your fingertips. But
yeah, they just said Judici.
Yeah, Judici.
I mean, it goes way back.
Yeah.
All the way she started.
It's 2 pages, y'all.
Her mean criminal career in the mean streets of TJ Maxx or some similar store, shoplifting.
It's 2 pages, y'all. Let's just say that.
Jones said, "I've been more than YouTube last 2 weeks. Barely go." Me too, Jones. And you know what I did? I signed up for the 3-week free trial of YouTube TV, and it's got everything you could fucking want. I mean, it's crazy. It's got all my sports. I've been watching hockey again. The last week I tried to go to YouTube and I opened my phone and I'm just sort of as much as I enjoy chatting it up with you guys and hanging out, for the most part, it's not as exciting to jump on YouTube as it used to be.
Yeah, I got YouTube and Netflix, and with that, I'm good. Like once in a while, I'll watch like something on ID or whatever. But I signed up for the YouTube TV once, and I was like, I didn't use it, and then I probably had the subscription for like 6 months. Like I had my Spectrum cable. I had for over a year, didn't watch it once, and I was paying like $80 a month for it. I'm like, whoa,
Yeah, I've got to cancel the YouTube TV because it's like $92 after the.
Yeah, it's expensive.
Which is people just supplement their whole cable package with it, which is you totally can. I understand that, but I don't. I just want to watch sports and occasional movie or something, I have Netflix only because I wanted to watch the fucking Super Bowl and I still haven't canceled it because they had the Super Bowl on Netflix for some damn reason.
Oh yeah.
It was just,
yeah. I got Netflix when I need a break, which is almost daily from YouTube. But I watch a lot of like interrogations and body cam stuff, you know. So I don't watch this crap. I have a few people.
Is Ninja still with us?
I'm here. I'm just quietly listening, trying not to interfere in the conversation.
I'll get going.
Being very European.
Once I get going, it's tough to slow me down.
What does Detroit Rock City mean here?
I was trying to decipher that. I'm not sure.
Yeah, what are you talking about, Detroit?
Can't get away from this shit. I don't know. Dave don't know. Cluminazi.
No, not that one. The last one. This is killing my respect for you. I don't know.
Oh well, can't win them all. Hope it works out. Whatever's happening.
Just join the club. Catch you on the flip side. Okay. Bye bye.
Yeah, I learned to just roll with it. I can't.
Yeah. Bothers me none, but they my channel, so.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, I gotta watch it.
It is what it is. I mean, it seems that, let's see, what do I got? 80 people in here. It seems like most people stop in out of curiosity because they've heard so much lies about me from, warthog quality people. So people come in and they're just like, oh, we're looking for something to hate, and there's nothing to hate, and they get confused. Not saying that that's the case with that particular chatter, but in general, it's just like, okay, bye, okay, bye.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna go on this fucking rant to be like, I don't care, and it doesn't. It does. I do care.
Yeah.
And it does matter. That's like we gotta make caring fucking cool again, one way or the other.
Yeah. But at the same time, you got to pick your battles too. You can't.
Sure.
Otherwise, you just get tired.
I think that
I will address
from what I've been watching as an outsider.
Address this. Hold on. Excuse me, ladies. Detroit Rock City, you're absolutely wrong for this. This is killing my respect for you. You cashed. Do you see me making any cash? First of all, second of all, both Irish and Ninja have been supporters of my channel since the very first day that I started making videos. So there's nothing random whatsoever about either one of the two guests that are on my panel. Shame on you. What do you mean she's not doing me any good? I'm hanging out with two. I'm hanging out with two YouTube pals, having my morning coffee. What good am I looking to have done to me? Like, what are you talking about, Detroit? Come on.
Curious says, be more specific so I can block you.
No, don't block Detroit. I just don't understand. Do you want to take a link and join us in the conversation, Detroit? Because you're more than welcome to. I don't know what the fuck you're upset about. Detroit's always cool. I don't get it. Anyways, I'm sad you're having a bad day, Detroit. But I promise you, I'm not trying to gain any cash or clout by having two internet pals up with me in the morning.
He's fine on his own. When a random person takes over, then it's not your own. All righty.
Detroit, I'm assuring you there's no one random here. I haven't dropped the link in the chat yet for open panel, which I intend on doing here shortly. Are you going to lose your shit then completely? I mean, I have to continue to try different things. I'm challenging myself to a morning stream and wanted a couple of my YouTube pals to join me. I'm sorry that upset you. I really am. But you're going to hate it because it's going to keep happening.
And Detroit, aren't you kind of random? Because I've only seen you in like a couple streams. So there's that.
Detroit comes around. Is always a supporter. That's why I'm truly I'm misunderstanding what's happening here.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand. Detroit just likes the show when I do it solo. But like I said, specifically when I go live at 7:30 in the morning, I need someone with me to help me because I'm still half asleep. And I assure you, for the last time, Detroit, I assure you that neither one of these fine ladies are random. I mean, I interact with them probably every fucking day. So there's nothing random about it, I assure you. Random would
And,
be.
I can see, there's totally a different vibe, but, because Sinner's a cool solo act for sure. But like he said, he's trying to start stuff, doing different stuff, which is cool. And it is a different vibe, but, that's all. We get it.
If he wants to switch it up, I'm available at a certain time of day and not, in the middle of the night. I've got time today.
Yeah.
Sinner can say no and I'm not offended.
Yeah.
But it actually says sunrise, open panel with guests.
Yeah. You two are my guests, and if we can't fill the time, then I'll drop the link in chat so anyone can join us. Thank you so much, Grains Neverland, for the $10 super sticker or super chat. Thanks for the laughs. Yeah, we're gonna keep the laughs going, and you know what?
Let's do it.
We're gonna fucking make Detroit laugh. Let's see what I got here. I gotta have something fucking funny here. I must. I don't have anything funny. Actually, let's just get right into a hot button topic. On this date in history, Robert E. Lee surrendered. Let's see. I got that for you.
Ooh.
It was it's quite an interesting story. Detroit, start your own channel, sweetie. Damn, I don't want to be Detroit. I just don't. Come on.
He's always been here, but thinks we're random.
Yeah, I don't. It's a bummer.
That was what was confusing me. I'm like, all right.
That's a bummer. I'm going to play one more song to add her up.
Yeah.
I need to get a filter like this too.
Right? Me too.
This is great right here.
Right, I'm going to hop down, Queen. I've got a life to do. But stay salty, barbecue. Yeah, I will. Bye.
The irony of her thinking that she owns the phrase and can prevent anybody from saying it while complaining about possibly losing her rights to free speech is the funniest shit I've ever seen. Stay salty, bitches.
Shit.
That's
the one I was talking about. That's what I was thinking. It was at the end of that first one, but that's the one I was talking about where she's like, okay, bye.
Oh yeah. I mean, these gnarly channels that just suck at YouTube. They're the ones that always steal everyone else's catchphrases. I hate it so much. When Queen Bee says "Queen Bee out," I think it's funny because it's just a clear indication.
Yeah. Everything she says is from somebody else, except for the 1980s or 70s weird ass sayings, Jack.
Except, yeah, that's a fact, Jack. But yeah,
she's doing that to directly promote.
Well, I'm sorry, Ninja.
She's doing that to directly promote.
Oh, I know.
That's all it is.
Because
even when she signs off, you can't hear her genuine way of signing off. And I noticed that a couple of months ago as well. And I thought, bitch, you just remembered a line from someone else and had to repeat it that way.
Yeah, I think you're right. I mean, part of it is just to poke at me, and part of it is because she's really got nothing. I mean,
right.
And she realized,
she's got nothing.
She realized, this
está vacío en la cabeza. La cabeza está vacía, totalmente vacía. Sorry. Empty.
Yeah. Loco en la cabeza.
Total.
Yeah, no, she did.
Just me asked this Petty do lives. Petty. Yeah,
Petty.
Let me tell you something.
I don't even know
her
you.
Name is correct.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey,
Landry says, I don't even know you, Petty. Go ahead, sir.
Petty, who are you, Petty? Petty can. You know what she can do. It's too early in the morning for my full opinion. But Landry says, if I go to a channel and I don't like who is on panel or what is being discussed, I just close out and go to something else. Why be negative and ruin it? I don't. And then here's the thing. I have no idea where it's coming from because usually there's nothing but pleasantries. So I'm gonna bite my tongue and just hope maybe someone's just having a bad day. Shit happens.
Yeah. We'll see how it goes next time.
Yeah. But I do have a story about find it. get out of here. I do have a story about, and these stories seem to be more common than I actually thought they were. But here's a dog that went missing in Utah and was found in Texas.
Oh, wow.
That's pretty cool. Found his way home. It's a little bit confusing, the story, but let me see if I can find it.
Hey, Gina Marie.
Let's see here. I thought I had everything lined up, and then, one little thing goes sideways and I get all discombobulated. Let's see.
That's all right. I can space. Good at filling the dead air. I thought I saw.
And thank both of you for
Okay, you got
joining me.
it.
Thanks for coming out. Thanks for joining me, by the way. I really do appreciate it.
Sure. Anytime. Hey, Gina Marie. Hey, Landry.
I mean, I really enjoyed challenging myself, and my last couple attempts at panels were, lackluster. I didn't feel confident about it. So when I run into something like that in real life or on the internet, I'm like, fuck, I got to try it again until I know it's not going to work. So
Right.
It's a bit of an experiment. Bit of just wanted to have coffee with some of my internet pals this morning. It's that simple. We don't have to make it something it's not.
Oh, Victoria, thank you so much. I love Mayhem, by the way.
Me too.
Mayhem's an icon.
She says threatening that her baby daddy wants to talk to you, Sinner. Sure, some guy that reported QB for choking. Yeah, exactly. And also, I've said several times on my live streams, I'm not going to tag the guy, but if he wants to talk to me, I will send him my cell phone number. Just email me, and I will send you my cell phone number. I'll email it right to you, and we could be on the phone by noon your time, Nico. And I'm pretty sure you're not as mad at me as that heifer of an ex that you have says you are. So
yeah, I think someone might be a little scared.
Don't make me call your bluff, Rebecca, because you're going to look fucking crazy if I talk to this man. If this man gets in touch with me and tells me who you really are, you don't want that. Actually, I don't even want that. I've lost interest in your disgusting life, and we all know who you are. But Nico, homie, Nico, if you're out there, hit me up, dude. I'm not difficult to get a hold of. That's for sure. Holler at your boy. Curious says, Sinner is trying new things. Yeah, that's all. Let's be patient with each other.
Did you get the number yet, Sinner? The number you should call?
Yeah, no number.
Right.
No, there is no number. It's like a Hail
Mary. That's the easiest thing, no?
It's like a Hail Mary. Unsupervised maniacs in the house.
Yeah.
Get my nails done.
Okay.
You should do a dumb criminal segment. There's some hysterical stories out there. Have a good day. It's not a bad idea. I'm actually going to write that shit down.
Hello, love. Couple people have said my volume's a little loud, Sinner. I don't know if you can turn it down or if I should.
I can. I can turn it down. Let me have a look.
Okay. And I think, in our defense, I think Ninja might have a little bit of a delay.
I had your spot was turned up quite loud. How's it sound now?
That wouldn't be
Hopefully
surprising.
It'll be better.
Everything in Spain is mañana anyway, so it wouldn't surprise me. But I do apologize.
Yeah, I think
Ninja's irritating for the panel.
Oh no, don't worry. We're good.
Oh no. I'm just explaining that's the delay will make it look like we're talking over. It's not like we can control that if there's a delay. So apologies.
Yeah, not much we can do there.
Okay, hopefully that's better.
How's it sound now? I see Queen Moomin is saying it's loud.
Yeah, Queen Moomin has the ears of, I don't know, whoever has good ears. So that's who I was listening. Just me too.
I've got really good ears. It's just impossible for me to tell on this side because I don't have
exactly. Because I used to go back and listen to myself on stream, and I'm like, oh my god, because you cannot tell when you're up here at all.
No, you really can't. Well, hopefully everyone's in a good place. All the criticisms have been filed in the suggestion box. Let us continue.
Thank you, just me. I appreciate that.
A
Still a
community
bit
in the
loud.
colony is coming together to reunite a dog with his owner. This is Huey. Have a look here. A couple weeks ago, his owner reported him missing. The Utah resident had entrusted someone to take care of him. Well, he got loose somehow. Huey, by the way, ended up more than 1,000 miles away down here in McKinney. The Collin County Animal Shelter picked him up as a stray, and he was later transferred to the Colony Animal Services. Tomorrow, here's the good news here. He is headed back home. He's going to reunite with his owner after the community learned about his story and raised about $2,000 to get him back home.
Beautiful dog, and we just wanted to help the dog. We wanted to help this family and also help Collin County because we know that they're full. We had the means and the support to get him back home, and we wanted to take advantage of that.
That's the story of a community coming together. That dog came a long way.
Oh,
If you'd
wait,
like to
he was
follow
lost
along-
in Utah and found in McKinney,
Yeah.
Texas?
They don't know how he got there. Oh, let me get rid of that. I'm guessing someone. Okay, I see Iris. I'm guessing that somebody. That can't be true. We're all just okay. All right.
That little sausage made it that far. That little sausage made it that far.
He could have walked. Somebody must have picked him up. The working theory is that somebody like a local organization, a local government organization, picked up the dog and ended up in a kennel, and then got shipped down there and somehow got out along the way. Because they ship animals around to different cities,
Right. Wherever they can fit them in, yeah.
Exactly. So they think he was shipped down there by accident. He probably went out, snuck out, and then got caught. Poor dog. But I don't have any more stories. I don't have any more stories. Where we at? Should I open this up? Do you guys have something that you would like to talk about?
They're taking a little scan on the neck and they find
What's
it.
that?
Sorry, aren't dogs chipped in the United States?
They should be. It's not a requirement though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, like I've got like my cats are rescues, so they're chipped, but that's because they've gone through the Humane Society, or they've gone through a shelter. I think they've both gone through the Humane Society. Humane Society will automatically chip pets.
Okay.
So
yes, I think it's just part of their protocol to chip any
Right.
animals that come in home. That makes sense.
Oh, bless his little cotton paws.
Yeah, they fix it and
Honestly,
chip
that is a nice story. I'm glad he made it. And he looks really, really good, considering.
I know. He looks, beautiful, healthy, tough-looking dog.
the stories he could tell if he could talk. Poor little guy.
What is that
Peg,
movie
thanks for being
called with
here.
all the three animals finding home, going home, going home, or whatever is it called, with a lab and everything, and they find their way home.
It sounds Disney-like. I'm not sure.
Mhm. Yeah, I can't watch that movie, so I don't know the name, but something like that. At least it's good.
Peg Marmalade says, I think it's pretty much the owner's choice unless you get it from a shelter. If you chip, yeah.
Okay.
They can't make you spend money. I mean, they can't make you spend money you don't have. If you've got a pet and you can't afford to
Right.
chip it, let's see how much it costs to get an animal chipped. I mean, I think there probably are
basically-
organizations that help if you need.
Yeah, like Matic. We have
like
Matic. I don't know if
120,
Matic is a
150
national
euros
thing, but
here.
I know Emmy
yeah.
was telling me that she has like insurance, a specific type of insurance for animals for the vet. I didn't even know that existed.
Yeah, there is pet insurance for sure. I forgot. Oh, yeah. So
I had it
basically,
with my dog when I was in the States, Banfield Hospital. I had a pet insurance.
Yeah.
And all included, and eventualities were
Oh.
included. It was like $500 a year.
This is not very expensive. I mean, of course, this is not research.
Yes,
Do your own
Dominic,
research.
yes, I think that. Yes.
I'm just looking. This is just Google AI told me microchipping a pet typically costs between $25 and $60, including the chip, implantation, and registration. Here's
wow.
more breakdown. The average cost for microchipping a dog or cat is $45, but can range from $25 to $60. This price usually covers the cost of microchip itself, the insertion procedure, and the registration fee to add your pet's information to a national database, which is, I mean, what's the point of chipping if you don't get that part done, right?
Right.
Where to get it done, you can get your
It's about 120 euros here. Dang.
Wow.
Oh, really?
So it's they tax you a little more.
Sure.
It says you can get your pet microchipped at a veterinarian's office, microchip clinic. I didn't know that was a thing. So they're not even vets. They just jam chips in animals for a living. That's interesting. Or even some pet stores.
That's why it's so cheap.
Yeah.
That's
Probably
why.
the
Because
best
if it was a vet, it'd be more expensive.
Shit,
But basically,
if you're gonna put implant something in an animal that I love, it's going to a vet.
Right. Yeah, otherwise, I wish I would have had that pet insurance because we had a cat, and he all of a sudden he couldn't keep food down, was throwing everything up. We took him in, and he had swallowed a dime. Well, they thought it was a penny, but they got in there and found out it was a dime. But they're like, there's no way they can pass that because their intestines are so small. So it cost us $400 to get a dime out of his belly.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I'm curious, but I almost don't want to know how they got it out.
Yeah, surgery.
So they actually had
they had to do surgery. Yep.
Fuck.
Yeah, poor guy. But he was all right. He lived a long time. So
my family dog just passed away 2 weeks ago. It's been heartbreaking. I haven't really talked to her too much. But her name was Coda. I made a video, but then I was like, I'm not posting it because my haters are just gonna make fun of it.
Yeah, they will.
She was a boxer, a white boxer from Hawaii. My niece brought her. But
Zero.
Such a cool dog. But boxers have notorious intestine issues. They eat too fast, so you have to get them one of those food maze bowl dog food bowls. Because if they eat too fast, their intestines are just not built for that. And dogs can't throttle how quickly they eat naturally.
Yeah. But, especially if they have issues where they were starved, and they're one of those dogs that just will eat everything in sight because they've been starved, if they're rescues.
Inhales the food, yeah.
I think
I had a boxer in Kenya.
Oh yeah, they're beautiful dogs. It's just their health issues. Anyway, she wasn't feeling well. She was taken to the vet by my family, and it turns out that she was just riddled with cancer. So
I'm so sorry.
It was far worse than anyone imagined, and she'd been to the doctor in the last few years, so it just exploded. So they did the humane thing and had to put her down.
Yeah,
I'm so sorry.
Just a rough thing, But I've been away from her for a couple of years, so it's not like she's been my lap dog. So it's a little easier. I'm not gonna lie. But at the same time,
it's a nostalgic thing too. Yeah, and it's just a nostalgic connection to to home, and I can imagine.
Exactly, it's part of going home is seeing.
Perfect one! Greetings, Zero Jules.
Zero.
One. Indeed. C'est moi.
Me Zero.
Zero Jules has turtle or tortoise.
Yes,
that's who I was trying to think. I know she has the hedgehogs, but she also has the turtles.
Those are so cute.
me and Zero are the same person, according to Laura.
Oh my goodness. Well, I'm like 13, 14 different people.
Yeah, that's why we always say, "Hey, me," when we see each other.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
That's why I call her perfect one.
Is that what Laura calls her?
Mandy Cush.
No, well, Laura says, I want to be as perfect as you when I grow up. So from here on in, Zero is perfect.
Oh, Zero is perfect, dude. You guys didn't get the memo?
True story.
Now, Mandy Cush says, my most recent ER visit was $4,000 just to see my dog. Wow. And not even 2 days later, my chihuahua was dead. Oh, man, I'm sorry. I'm still grieving the loss. was my best friend. I'm sorry, Mandy. Yeah, like I said, it's not like that for me losing my family pet dog, because I've been away from her for almost 2 years now, a year and a half. So she has not a daily lap dog, but the idea of going home and her not being there is kind of it's a bummer.
Yeah,
I'm sorry for your loss, Mandy. I know they become family members.
Yeah, I found out. I didn't find out till like when I was like 13. We had a golden lab, and we had him for like a year. I went to my grandma's house one weekend, and my mom calls and she's like, he was hit by a car and broke his leg, because he used to get out, and run, because he wasn't fixed. I mean, the dude, I spent more time chasing that dog, I swear. So I'm traumatized. There's nothing worse than chasing a damn dog that don't want to be caught. But anyway, so long story short, the dog, got hit by a car. The leg was so broken that it was going to be so expensive that the vet just so happened to have like a farm where he had other dogs and had a dog run and all this stuff. So the farmer, or the guy, the vet was going to take the dog, so that was the whole story. I got over a weekend. I go home, my dog's gone. I was like 13. We're sitting around at Christmas one year as a whole big family. And that's when I found out, I was like 40 years old. And that's when I found out he actually went to the big farm in the sky. My little brothers even knew, and I didn't know. I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, nobody told me. Yeah, nobody. How did my little brothers know? Like, I raised them, it's like, how did they know? And I couldn't believe it. Yeah, still shocks me.
I was lucky. My parents were pretty just straight up with me. I didn't have to deal with I think when I was super young, I lost one of my pets in front of me when I was a super little kid. I must have been 5, but I still remember because we lived in not the best area, so there was like a street pressed right against the front porch, essentially.
Yeah,
not a country road, a street. So it was like the front porch was like, but we had a big dog. And then we had a small dog named Mandy. I can't remember the big dog's name for some reason. But Mandy was my dog. It was a little ragamuffin dog that was always following me around. The big dog ran across the street. Mandy tried to follow, didn't make it. And it was right in front of me. It was terrible. So I got a lesson on, mortality pretty quick. Right.
And that's a bad age for something like that to happen. That'll burns right into your brain.
Right. I don't want a dog because it's a bummer, but I do want a dog,
Yeah. We had I know what you're talking about by having a street right up, because I lived for when my kids were born, we lived on the south side of Milwaukee, and it's all these little neighborhoods, that are, it's just you're literally you got like 25 feet till your street, you go down the porch, sidewalk, street. And I did that once. We were packing to go camping, so we're in and out of the house, just a screen door open and shut. Well, our dog ran out after me, but ran ahead of me, and as soon as he hit the street, a car was going by. He got hit and then ran. Like, we squealed really loud and then ran. And I'm like, oh my God, we couldn't find him. I'm like, he went off to die. I thought he went off to die. But he ended up being okay. He ended up coming back home. He was sore, nothing broken though, thank God. But the people didn't even stop. But I used to get mad because I had toddlers, that would go play outside, and people are driving by. The speed limit's 25, and there's cars parked bumper to bumper along the street. So kids are walking out in between, it's crazy. But people would be doing like 40, 50 miles an hour down the street. And it's like, it's frustrating.
Yeah, I'm trying to show the picture of the doggo. There she goes. That's cool.
Oh, baby.
Oh.
You want to do this? There we go.
Careful. Don't do the next button just in case, sinner.
Oh, no. These are all I loaded up. These are all things I loaded up for today's live stream. I have my private and my email or my YouTube stuff completely separate. So
Okay. Sorry, I should know better than to, but I was like, oh
no. Yeah.
Anything like that on the screen, it's like, oh.
I was watching one of
That's
my
why.
buddies. I was watching my buddy who does in real life streams, and he was in Miami, and he's ordering drinks, and like I had to email him. I was like, "Hey man, you just showed. Not only did you show your entire fucking
Debit
bank
card.
card number, but you
Yeah.
showed the expiration date and the three fucking number code on the back of your card. You just sitting there
Ouch.
spinning your bank card, your American Express Platinum, and
And
you're
it,
just
oh,
spinning it
really?
in his hand right in front of the camera. I pressed
Ah,
screen capture and sent it back to him. He's like, "Oh shit, I have to end my live stream." It's like it's too
yeah.
late. Dude. You already have 400 people that
Yeah.
just have your
Just cancel it.
yeah. You can cancel that shit immediately.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's why.
this is Coda. The dog's name. She was Coda. She came from Hawaii. My niece was lived in all over the Pacific, and then brought Coda back home to Pittsburgh. And
Does Coda mean something? Is it like
I think not. I may be
no?
wrong.
Okay.
And you
Yeah.
you can't see an address on that tag, can you? Good. I'm fucking just dox the shit out
Oh
of
my
myself.
goodness. It wasn't like I was looking that closely, but I don't know how.
This
which
is
way
an
around.
old photograph anyways. That address wouldn't be any good. So,
Okay.
but yeah, I don't think we knew Coda's age when she arrived. She definitely wasn't a puppy. She was already a stubborn bitch for sure. But she really enjoyed eating raw broccoli for some reason. Never saw a dog like vegetables like that. It's Kota with a T. I guess I should have said. And I know
Okay,
that's
that's
a
what it
city.
is. Yeah.
I know that's a city in India, Kota, but I don't think there's any connection there. I don't know. I think it was just a cute name. Oh, cool.
My
Remy
my
June
dad.
says their dog's name is Coda, and he's a husky. Very cool.
Yeah. My dad had mastiffs, bull mastiffs all the time, but when my brother was little, I don't know, little to me, he was like probably 10, 11. He used to feed, and they drool, bull mastiffs do. And he used to just enjoy it so much. He'd feed them ice cubes, he'd throw ice cubes and they'd catch them and chew ice cubes and get extra drooly. And he just got off on that. I'm like, oh, let him go, but it was like, ugh.
I had a neighbor as a kid that had a big old dog like that. I think it was like a chow mix something, but it would have tennis balls just slathered in saliva or just constantly.
Oh, I know,
yeah.
gross.
Play catch with it. I'm like, I don't want to touch that thing. It's like a slime ball.
That's why I don't have dogs. I have cats. I'm not a
And then
not
when
a
you
dog.
throw
I don't.
it, it
It's not
flicks
that I
back at
dislike
you.
them.
Wow.
Oh,
She
yeah.
says breeders typically put down boxers due to the prone to blindness and deafness. See, my Coda didn't get there, but her intestines were always, she would eat too fast, and just she'd sit there in pain with gas bubbles, like, and it could turn really bad. But she's also had a white boxer that lost its sight. It's a bummer, man.
Wow. That's sad.
But now we know you can get your animals chipped, and it typically, and it says there are no annual fees. There are typically no annual fees. And there's tons of organizations. If you guys want, I can look some up later on my community where you can actually get discounted services for things like that.
Right. Like we have a service. I don't know if it's a national thing, but in Wisconsin, if you dial 211, it's you can ask for resources for just about anything under the sun, whether it's mental health, pets, addiction, housing. It's such a good thing, man. I don't know if that's everywhere or if that's just a Wisconsin thing. I'm sure there's
It is here as well. I've utilized the service to help find some instant shelter for someone who I met that was in bad shape on the street.
Right.
I was amazed how effective the number was. I mean, there are people who actually give a shit.
Oh yeah, there are, and because I do outreach with the homeless, addicted, trafficked, so I give it, they all know about the number, but it's for people that are marginalized and dealing with addiction or dealing with all this stuff, it's really hard to follow through on the things, so it's like sometimes some people need a little assistance in follow through, so it's like, but it is an excellent resource. You can find, you can ask them anything and if they don't know the answer, they'll direct you somewhere.
I would venture to say that most people need to be kept on task,
Yeah.
Especially, someone that's in a situation where, the most important thing is trying to get some food,
Oh yeah. Yep.
Your priorities change and things become different, so.
Right.
That's
yeah.
why
Queen Villa.
That's why the case managers for the homeless people and things like that, that's the most important part, is the follow-up.
Right. And it's because and a lot of people end up, if they're, they got to be, if you get into a shelter, you have to return by a certain time. You got to be sober. You got to be, there's, and a lot of these people, let's face it, aren't good at, following rules. And, a lot of the 90% of the people I deal with are, they have alcoholism or addiction issues or mental health issues. So it's like, it's sad, but
it really is. It's something that's ignored, and it's no secret. Excuse me. It's no secret. It's mental illness that results in people self-medicating to try to fucking not feel like there's something wrong with them, and
exactly
everyone's slipping through the cracks.
Oh yeah, and they're in the gap. Like they're just really in the gap, and we call it, we try to say we're standing in the gap, because they get lost in the shuffle, and and mental health issues. That's what started with my addiction. Everything was self-medication. I just didn't want to feel pain anymore. So that's usually the precursor to most of it. Most addictions. They don't just come out of nowhere usually.
No. Well,
they do, but they do.
Some of it's hereditary. Some of it's hereditary, but I think they're finding that only plays. You're still in control of your destiny ultimately.
Exactly.
Some people are just
like
to addiction, and it not necessarily the addictions that we know to be bad, but some people are prone to addictions like chewing their fingernails or always overeating the sugar. Most people have some sort of vice.
YouTube. I see a pattern here in YouTube. A lot of people who quote were addicts, now they're addicted to YouTube and people and hate. Those are real addictions. So I think everybody's got a little something.
I've had friends reach out to me with that concern. The fact is, I interact and use YouTube less now than I do than when I was drinking, because I would just stay on and argue with people. You know what I mean?
Right.
Now that I'm sober, I can actually do other things instead of just stare at my phone. I can get life in order, get some painting done, get some phone calls made that I've been putting off. I see people addicted to YouTube for sure, and it freaks me out because I interact with them every day, so I'm sort of promoting the addiction.
Yeah, it's normalizing it. It's normal.
You're not in control of what they do. You do what you do. Let's just say, and if you're going to talk about somebody even in a good way, and you promote a channel or whatever, that's you doing something because you want to, and it's not your responsibility to think, well, it's going to make it worse for them, or it'll just increase their consumption. That's not on you.
Well,
I find it so refreshing that you are, let's say, if I may say, drama channel. So now I don't know in what category.
Oh yeah, I'm full drama, baby.
because I've just put you in my top ranking consumption channel on my list, let's just say, but I think that it's extremely refreshing that you actually say, put a link in the chat, let's support each other, go sub up to each other, even if, for example, I don't like somebody's content as per se in matter of interest. I am sub to everybody that you put in your list. And that is so rare because everybody is just so protective of what?
Well, people
And
are
this is
Yeah.
what irritates me, you know, and whenever you get to 50K subs, Sinner, I sincerely hope that that is a dynamic you won't change just because maybe somebody has burnt you in the past, which happens very quickly. You know, you've seen it yourself.
Sure.
You know,
Well,
you've been
I just
supportive.
I hope, excuse me, I'm trying to talk and cough at the same time. I have no intentions on changing anything whatsoever. I think that's one of the reasons that my channel is not growing so quickly because I'm not appeasing to the, the masses.
The
And
masses, yeah.
I'm perfectly okay with that. I never intended on having a YouTube channel whatsoever. I mean, I only intended on being a viewer. It turns out it became personal when I saw good people being shit upon by bad people, and I had to speak up. And yes, I'm talking about you, Queen Bee, and I'm talking about other people too. I mean, I saw what happened to Ike and Mel with the Ryan Upchurch shit, and that's when I started getting involved in vocalizing my opinion about things. I'm staunchly against racism. So when the heels in the air shit was going on, I was fighting against the racist here on YouTube. I'll fight against a homophobic person. I'll fight against any type of hateful person or anyone that wants to be a fucking bully and pick on somebody that is in a power dynamic below them. I don't stand for that. That's how I ended up where I am.
Yeah, I know. I've been with you from the beginning. When you know, with Headstones, I was around for that. When BHB was a novelty with her outrageous behavior. Okay, back in the day when Headstones was covering BHB, it wasn't like there was a whole swarm, pun intended, of channels doing it. It was novel. And the behavior that BHB displayed was so outrageous in my eyes. I followed BHB Headstones because of that, right? And that's when you came on my radar, your Sweetie Pie and Sourpuss, etc. The rest is history, and here we are.
Yes.
But the fact that you continued with your, put the links in the chat, la-di-da, sub up to each other, la-la-la, that is so refreshing. And I think it is really, I find it is the smallest thing that you can do as also a sign of, let's say, appreciation. And it goes across the board, and you can really tell the cream rises to the top, whether it is because of numbers, but because of how they behave and how they treat people in their chat.
Sure.
And that is then where I'm saying how other people then take what you give them as part of a gesture of appreciation, and then you don't want to exacerbate their consumption. That's not on you. You know what I mean?
I know you're right. I do overthink things. And again, what's happening, I don't know if, I don't remember it becoming cool to just not give a fuck in general. Because I don't know. And I'm not speaking of anyone specifically. It is Rebecca Turner, definitely. But it's also Granny's Watching, and it's also, all these people that are, whether we like it or not, they are influencing a small tens of thousands of people, actually.
Yes.
So like they're making it cool in general to just not give a fuck, and not about haters or all these other fucking cliche things that they say, but they're making it cool to not give a fuck in general. So we've got people barely 40 years old influencing people in their solid 60s, 65, 66-year-old men and women, mostly women that listen to them. So they're influencing these young dirtbags. Are not only disrespecting their elders, but they're like indoctrinating them into not giving a fuck about anything.
Normalizing it all.
Yes.
Normalizing it. It's gross.
I mean, it's okay to disagree, but I mean, what they're doing is they're just contrarians. And it doesn't even matter if you know that they're wrong. They still rock that shit. And it's just so bad. Hey, Shayna, thanks for being here. Spud.
I think the best thing, because I mean, there's a lot of subjects I could get up and preach about, you know, but I'll definitely talk about my addiction or cancer or, you know, abuse, whatever I've gone through, but it's not as effective as living and leading by example, you know, just being the type of person that you want to see. Like, cliche it is, but be the change you want to see, you know, because I think, you know, I've said it before, a rising tide raises all vessels, you know. If we all support each other, you know, we're not going to grow channels super fast, but you're going to grow solid channels, you know.
Sure. Yeah, my channel's grown in fits and spats. And Ninja, Orchids, thank you so much for the kind words. And
Yes.
for those of you who don't know, I know a lot of people in my chat I have known for 5 months, 4 or 5 months. I've known Ninja for an awfully long time, and she's always been so kind. Like she said, all the way back when I was introduced to a lot of you guys. Well, actually, none of you guys, but I was introduced to a few of you guys in Headstone's channel.
The thing is that I was very concerned for you, let's say 6 or maybe 8 months ago. Pardon, I may be completely off, where I thought, oh, he's putting himself in a position where he may not come out of. The rest, everybody here can disappear within a day because they found something else, okay? I was getting very concerned for the fact that you were putting yourself into a position that you yourself are going to have a difficult time with because of who you are dealing with, who has absolutely no morals, who has absolutely no comprehension skills, has no definition of what it is like to, let's just say, talk some ish on the internet without getting down and dirty. So my concern was more from a distance, thinking, this is not going to go well. He shouldn't position himself in such a manner. But who am I? But I'm just telling you, you know, from an observation point, that was a while ago. And, you know, I'm not going to discourage anybody, but I am going to encourage if I can, you know, you've always been saying you should make channels, you make your voices heard, this, that, and the other. And like I said, I have another channel just for drama going. It's ready to go. It's been like 1.5 years or 2 years. And I'm so ready to fire it up and go for it. But I don't think I could do what you're doing long term. Maybe I'll have a spurt of a moment, 2 or 3 videos on commentary, not live streams, but commentary and bounce. But I'm not as consistent. And if you're not consistent, then what's the point? You're just, you know, wasting oxygen and other people's time. But I'm just more concerned for those that get into the dirty with somebody who does not play, has no rule books, or they switch the rules up immediately and you don't know what you're dealing with. You really don't. Because yes, we're all avatars on the internet.
It reached a point for me, Ninja, that I was going to be that person's next victim if I didn't commit to not backing down. And I promised my channel and I promised my friends online here, look, I'm not going to back down. I know what's coming. She's going to it's going to be a gnarly dox. She's going to go after my family. Now she's doing that. She's going after my family, but she's doing it in the most disturbing way. She's pretending that she has some fictional like friendship with my family.
The straw man. Yeah.
She absolutely does not. I assure you, in no fucking way would my family.
And that's just creepy. That's just creepy.
She's out of her mind. She's blatantly lying, and I think it's a direct result of narcotics have ruined her physical state. I think she's a dilapidated human being. Every day,
you know, I don't even want to analyze this person that much or give her any grace where or why.
Well, we have to talk about.
Many people
I'm not
have
like
the
nonsense.
same opinion as you.
Hold on a second, Ninja. I'm not like nonsense. If I'm going to discuss someone, I'm going to say their name. I'm not going to beat around the bush and make it ambiguous like nonsense does, because I don't play that shit.
They, them, some people.
Yeah. Them, they, them. Yeah. I'm talking specifically about child exploiting tragedy pimps like Queen Bee.
Sorry and we can agree that.
It's fine. I'm just trying to respect your panel. It's just, you know, there's one thing about, you know, down in the trenches, but you know, even there's no gentleman or lady back and forth going on. This queen bee has no boundaries at all.
Yeah.
And if her boundaries are because she can't leave the county, she's got a whole gaggle of people that will just do what they do, thinking they're doing her a favor and trying to get in her good books, etc. And that is the concern, not so much her, you know, because she's just got a loud mouth.
Right.
What are you going to do? Talk me to death? You know?
Right. Yeah.
Well, I mean, so far in my experience, only two have done that. Well, one was JP. She was on a Rumble stream because months back, QB created a Rumble specifically to talk shit on me because she knew that she would lose her channel if she did it there. So she did that, and JP joined her. A bunch of fucking losers joined her, in fact. But JP said something along the lines, "Oh, I might take a trip to the beach," alluding to coming to where I was. And QB's just like, "Oh yeah, just a little pop-up, say hi." So again, trying to, none of them would ever like physically intimidate me. I don't give a fuck. I feel like I'm ready for anything at any given moment. I know that sounds strange to your average person, but that's sort of how I am.
Not to me. So, like before I started paneling with you know who, you know, I had to sit and think, you know, and before I even would post or go on, because I share some shit up on X, you know, and I had to think, you know, because I got to look around corners and see what can they do to me, you know. You got to think about that shit, sadly.
Absolutely, because like many people say, oh, everything's going real life. No, hang on a second. It is real life. Even though I'm a bubble, you're a bubble, I'm sitting here in real life talking to you.
The second they said my full name.
But to do what they do, it goes above and beyond anything that is normal. You cannot prepare for anything like that.
Well, let's look. Hey, but there's an upside to this.
A couple of months ago, I was worried. You should.
Sorry. It seemed like your microphone kind of fizzed out for a second. I may have stepped over what you were saying.
Anyway, I just want to wrap it up from my point of view. I find you very honorable, Sinner. Okay, that's it. That's all. And I find that how you stand up for your friends, also very honorable. Headstones, headlines, is lucky to have you as a friend, no matter what people say. You know, all around, no matter what they say. I think that is, and I just worry about, you know, people that don't play by the rules.
Let me offer you some encouragement, Ninja. Allow me to offer you some encouragement because what you say is true. This woman is actual dangerous to deal with, both online and in real life. I got it. I'm fine. I think my family will be fine. Emmy's going to be fine. We're going to be fine. Here's what's happening. Let's talk about the good news. Now more people know exactly who she is and who people like her are, and these characters on this platform, on this app, like Nonsense says. No, if nothing else, me being doxxed and like me being an example of what happens whenever you stand up against a bully here on YouTube. If nothing else, at least people are more aware that her situation is just garbage toxicity, and you probably want to stay away from it. I mean, even if I've got 3,000 subscribers, even if 100 people on Earth saw my channel and was just like, damn, he's got a point. You can't be yourself an advocate for anyone if you're actually physically harming children. You can't be a damsel in distress as a single mom if you're not a single mom. I mean, everything about this Queen Bee is absolute fallacy. And look, I'm not mad at the people that fall for it anymore. I pray for them because I can't help them. All I can do is observe and report.
Yeah.
Right. And you know, the people.
And I'll leave it at that. I don't want to be all serious, but I just wanted to express my thoughts in that regard, because I say I appreciate you. And I suppose, hey,
and Sinner, you know, the thing is you gave a lot of people a space. I'm one of them to come and you know, feel safe from the bullshit, you know, like have a support system, you know, and That's really important. And the difference between us and them, and I see this in you a lot, Sinner, is you learn from you're constantly course correcting, like you're learning from every experience, and that's the sign of a person I want to be around,
I appreciate that, and I hope to do these morning streams. And if someone wants to see me solo all the time, I respect that too. I mean, that's where I feel most comfortable. But for anybody who's hating on me having panels, just listen, hear me out. What I'm doing is challenging myself because I'm not good at it. Whenever I want to do something and it turns out I'm fumbling at it, it just makes me want to do it more until I'm sure that it's not going to work for me. So just bear with me. Most of my live streams will be solo. This is just morning coffee with friends. Don't get stressed out. Bear with me.
And I think you're being a little hard on yourself, because like the one panel where everybody was up there. It was, what was it, Summer, Troll, Willow. I mean, that was an excellent panel. I mean, and you were being really hard on yourself. Like you're still you're still new at it. So you did really well with that. And it's
that was my first
you're very. Yeah, and it was amazing. I mean, it was great people up there, and Willow, it's always a trip. You're never going to have a boring time with Willow around. But yeah, so I mean, go easy on yourself, man. If you can't make everybody happy all the time. Yeah,
I'm still recovering from having a T-roll up there, just the two of us.
Oh yeah,
you're talking over him. I listened back to that. I was like, "Oh my god, you fucking asshole! You just talked all over this man." Like I just stopped listening to it because I was just like, I embarrassed myself in a room by myself.
Yeah, but lesson learned. It wasn't. It's never as bad as you think it is, Sinner. It really isn't. I mean, just so you know, I'm watching, and you were good. It's all right.
And it's great to have you because it's world famous now that you got the gear to go live. So why not use it, right?
Right.
We don't want that shit to get dusty.
Right. I know, because I don't even use it.
Yeah, once a week, maybe once a month. I mean, I can't make any promises.
Whatever.
It'll be fun, yeah.
Whenever you decide, just shoot me a message and I'll let you know. I'm good in the mornings, but sometimes I'm good at night. I never know. But hey, I'll hop up when I'm feeling up to it for sure.
Absolutely useless. Okay. So if you need useless, hit me up.
No, we love having you. Like shit, the three of us can go live every morning if we want to. It's just I can't commit. But
I can't commit to that either. You heard the dogs barking earlier on. There's a lot of activity usually here this time of day in southern Spain. But today I just thought, okay, I'm going to button down the hatches so my bird doesn't tell you all the stories and all the house secrets. He's a squawker, not in a good way.
Yeah.
But
I've heard some. I've heard some birds disclose some family secrets before. That ain't no joke, man.
That's funny. I would like to do that. Behind the chat, but Willow says it's the internet. People do shitty things. Hell, some actually come here just to do and say things they'll never have the nerve to do in real life. Internet is bizarre space, and that is the most perfect comment ever fucking written. Because I mean, what's more true about that? And I didn't listen to my naive 47-year-old ass. I had no fucking idea that this dirt was happening on this platform. I was legitimately watching skateboard videos, old obscure music that I couldn't find anywhere else, and art, graffiti. And then I don't know what happened. I think I found Gray Hughes, and I was just like, oh, true crime's a thing. And then, I would always watch like those Rainbot, those like sensationalized channels with 1 million subscribers that do like, true stuff. And then somehow I just ended up watching Ick and Mel. It was the cases over the last couple of years. I started watching Ick and Mel and Down the Rabbit Hole News, and then I kind of met from the outside, got a look at the community. And then when I saw people getting picked on and bullied by actual crackheads that hurt their family, I was just like, okay, That's when I interjected, and that's what it's all
and
about.
but it like for people like her, this is what they do when they can't get their hands on you. That's the whole thing. They can't get their hands on you, so they just try to destroy anything in your orbit.
Well, I already know what she's going to try. The next two attempts at coming at me, I already know what she's going to do, because she's sloppy, and the people around her are not to be trusted, because they're also communicating with people that are communicating with me. It's like politics. It's like we're running for the same office, although there's no office and no payoff at the fucking end of this. We're both trying to pull, the verdict of public opinion, but it's never going to go, oh, Dave's a good guy, or Rebecca was right. It's like we're pulling each other.
It's a never ending. It'll go until she burns it all down, so it'll go till then.
Exactly. And I'll be here for it.
The problem is also the lies. All right. So if somebody comes and has a problem with how you're saying something, disputing of opinions, and having a bit of a, little bit of a cat fight and whatever, talk-ish, blah, 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 what was actually said and can be proven by clips on the internet, okay, fine. But the lies that you cannot prove or shouldn't prove, because then you will be exposing more of your private life, that is a huge problem. That's where I start to have a rage instinct, and then I think I better just shut my mouth, because I'm going to have issues.
Well, that was the whole sinner. Prove that you were in the Marines. Like, the only way that I could show that, prove that, was discharge papers, and like everyone who's ever served in the military gets discharge papers. It's your documentation that you served. It has all your every bit of information, the most vital information about my entire life is on those 3 pages of paper. There's no fucking way I'm going to show it to some crackhead Mother of the Year on the internet.
Yeah.
Are you crazy?
And then even if you did, even if you did,
to UniRock, they did that to UniRock as well.
I heard about that. See, I was over down the rabbit hole news, and she was battling with UniRock at that time. They were, I guess, not. They were on opposing sides of whatever, and I had no idea what was going on with him. I'm learning now exactly what it was about, But I wouldn't anything. But he, from what I understand, he sort of gave a lot more of himself up. Like, I talked about countries I was stationed in. Absolutely his choice. So they had a lot more to question. All they had to question me is, was I actually in the Marines or not? And of course, literally Davis fan, the psychopath that put on an adult diaper and drove 400 miles to my hometown. Her newest proclamation is that I was a desk jockey in the Marines, and like, where that kind of
there's no way you could know that. There's no way you could even know that, though.
Because I carried several MOSs when I was in the Marines, and she just has no fucking idea what she's talking about. So desk jockey, sure. I will say that I served my entire contract in the most decorated infantry battalion in the fucking Marine Corps, Miss Bishop. Desk jockey,
that's already too much information.
Is what she does. She's a desk jockey. She's a cubicle queen with a dusty ass phone. Like,
take that, psycho fam.
I don't know why she's. I truly still to this day don't understand why. I think she's in love with me, and it's some kind of. Actually, no.
I think it's.
I'm going to correct this. She isn't. She was in love with Emmy, and then when I started coming around, she became jealous, and that's why she's a fucking psychopath. She's like an ex-girlfriend, but there was no relationship.
Yeah, there's something personal in her that is triggered. So that's a whole lot of you problem, psycho fam.
She is fucking diaper delulu.
Oh God! Every time I hear the adult. The adult diaper, I laugh, dude.
I mean,
on my end here, it's puppy dinner time. I don't want to interrupt the conversation. I'll stay and chat. I'll continue listening, but I wanted to say muchas gracias for having me up on panel. It's just that it's time for the pups to eat, and they're sort of like scratching at my feet, and it's probably making noises in the mic. But anyway, just wanted to say thank you, Cinna. I would love to do this again sometime, but I'm not one of those fungus gnats that just hover around and, latch on.
No, you were invited to come. You were invited to come here, so you worry about nothing. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for the kind words.
My pleasure. Irish, love you, girl.
Yeah,
Take care.
Love you too, Ninja.
I'll be in the chat.
Okay.
Cool.
Thanks, Ninja.
Oh, is that Motley?
We're at 2 hours. Always a pleasure to have Ninja Orchids with us. I always say orchard because the fucking lemon thing, it messes me up. But yes, always a pleasure. Please subscribe to Ninja's channel, and also if she could share, I guess she built a backup channel to be spicy on. So I would love to subscribe to that shit as well. I see someone. I had to put someone in timeout. It sucks. They just kept talking.
Really?
Shit.
Oh, with that one?
Yeah, I don't understand what is going on. I've always been here, and it's like, well,
I know.
I don't want to mock them because I don't know why they're mad at me. They're mad at me for mocking them, and I was just like, hey, I'm trying new things. I'm fucking trying.
It's not that serious. It's not. It's not that serious. Yeah, I noticed that. But
just me enjoyed the panel with Troll. Good. I'll get better. I just have to.
Yeah.
Focus on listening instead of.
Yeah. Well, I have that issue too because I'm like ADHD. That way. It's like I don't suffer from it completely, but I do have that aspect where I'm like I have to say it right now or I'll forget type of feeling, so I tend to interrupt people. So I've had to learn that too, coming on panel. So it's hard for me too.
I have one of those focus apps. I don't know if you guys ever use these things, but there's a focus app. And like when I'm trying to do something like what I'm doing now, there's a thing it's a program you can put on there to help you stay focused. And you set it for an hour, and every like random times, it'll be 2 minutes after you set it. The next time it'll be like 8 minutes after you set it. So it's very random, but it'll just like buzz to keep you focused on what you're doing.
Bring you back to the
thing. I'll stare out the window. I'll be like bird, and I'll stare at the bird.
Yeah, squirrel. Yeah. Hey, squirrel. Blondie. Blondie's in the chat.
Always ring. I know that's right. Who's in chat?
Blondie, legally blonde.
Oh, cool. I didn't see her yet. I'm a little bit behind. I try to read everything like a.
Yeah.
I know it's something I can always do, but I'm going to do it as long as I can. Sinner is virtually running out of bullets for others on this platform. That is something I can admire. Yep. I'm trying to keep the little bit of powder I have left dry at this point.
Yep. Keep your powder dry.
All right. Well, you know what? I've had officially. Excuse me 1 second.
Sure.
All right.
I'm just looking there.
Hey, Truth Seekers. Thanks so much for being here. Good morning. I hope you're
Truth
well.
Seeker, double owl.
Hoo-hoo. Hooty hoo. Is that what that is? The double owl?
Double owl. No, I don't know. Moon said it. Now I say it because she's like, I like when you say that. So now I say it.
I said, you're going to Beetlejuice us.
I know, right? I better stop.
Salty says, I love doing panels. I love good discussion. Thanks for love and kindness. Of course, you're my jam. Like, you're one of my new favorite channels. Not that your channel is new, but for me it is. I definitely, now thinking about it, I definitely heard Salty. I heard the name first, but I didn't pay attention to when QB was entertaining the TikTok people originally. But conversely, I'm never one of those people that have I don't think about TikTok people in quotations different than YouTube. We're all the same fucking people. We're just using different things on our phone.
Right.
Maybe the rules are a little different. Some of the verbiage and terminology is a little different. Same fucking human beings in the same cities. It's not like we're aliens to one another. So I
Right.
never was
Yeah.
anti-TikTok people. I just saw it as the more the merrier. So those people that are
Yeah.
mad,
I just wasn't a TikTok. I'm just not a TikTok fan. I mean, I can hardly keep up with X and YouTube, and it like my brain is swimming. So
I mean, I don't have a TikTok, but I welcome everybody over that's coming from there. Why would you be like, would you want instant enemies because you're like a YouTube purist gatekeeper? Anybody who's running that narrative can just suck it, because that's crazy.
I think a lot of people are just, and I being one of them, but a lot of people, I've gotten better over the years, but a lot of people are just afraid of change or things they don't know or understand. Yeah. And they just automatically, their brain flips and they're like, I hate that, because they know nothing about it. So it doesn't make any sense, but.
Yeah. Well, that's the root of everything. Yeah.
Also, Justice for Melissa had mentioned to me that she's probably going to start going live soon. So keep an eye out for her. Show some support.
Lucky Lou Coco 2 says, hey, Sinner, I have 407,000. Congratulations. That's
wow.
Followers on Facebook, and I F up in front of all those people. I keep going, though. I'm not hard on myself at all. Good. I try not to be hard on myself.
That's amazing, Lucky.
Yeah, congratulations. I never expected to have 3,000. And now I'm like looking at, maybe I can get 5,000. But how fucking cliche is it? Quality over quantity. And I really mean that. Because even if I lose 100 subscribers, if I say the wrong thing on a live stream, say right now I say the wrong thing and 100 people are like, yeah, fuck that guy. Typically you get twice as many back for each subscriber that you lose.
Oh, Willow just quoted my favorite song in the whole world.
I didn't see him.
Do you know what song that is? Life can get away from you while you're busy making other plans. That's Beautiful Boy. And it's funny because
I don't know that
he
song.
says it's John Lennon wrote it for his.
Of course.
Yeah, he wrote it for his son, and at the end, he says, "Good night, Sean," and that's my son's name. So that's my that's my song for my son. So I love it. Yeah.
I didn't
Sorry, that made me melt.
No,
that made me melt.
It was more important than whatever the fuck I was saying. I'm sure of it.
Yeah, no.
I'm tired of the gatekeepers and all of that. That's just, it's all a crock of shit to me. I mean, like you said, the rising tide lifts all ships. Is that how you say it?
A rising tide raises all vessels. Yep.
Raises all vessels. Yeah.
Or lifts all ships. Same thing.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I've always liked the phrase, or the old cliche, we're not all in the same boat, but we all are all in the same water.
Yep.
Man, these fighter jets from Vandenberg.
What do you got? The Blue Angels? I was like, dude, the Blue Angels.
No, I'm on Pismo, so Vandenberg is just inland from here. So all morning long, they're doing their training exercises, and they're fucking just zipping like just a few hundred yards or feet. Yards, I guess it would be off of the ground. And it's crazy. I can read the fucking print on the bottom of their wings. That's how close they are.
Wow. That's crazy.
Stealth bombers and, the most futuristic fighting jets that are at this Space Force. It's wild.
Wow. That is wild.
I started recording some of the cooler things I was seeing. I saw a B-52 bomber. You don't typically see those every day.
No.
I pulled out my phone and I started recording, and I felt so awkward. I was like, am I allowed to do this? It's so strange. I felt like I don't want to end up on some fucking weird list,
Right? You're going to be on the Homeland Security and shit.
Yeah, the last thing I need. I mean,
she says, I'm afraid of ops that yield cattle prods in the rough tumble ghetto of Galesburg, Illinois.
The mild Midwest. Hold on, I might have something to play. Let's see if I can find it.
cattle prods and crowbars. You should start a little store or something.
These before. It's called a jig, in other words, cattle prod. Well, when the farmers have trouble with the cattle and getting them up off the floor of the trucks or in the cattle yards, well, they just touch them with this and they soon move. Doesn't matter how big the beasts are, they will move with this.
Doesn't matter how big the beasts are, they move with this. Oh my god, and it's buzzing just like Buzzy. Buzz.
Girl, I mean, it's nuts. I actually did. I was looking for. Yeah, I know. I was watching the lady and thinking, oh, but I actually had Googled some of these photos or these clips for when I was looking for clips to show people, and I was watching some of these cattle prod ones, but none of them. Most of them were cattle prods to the nuts. Dares.
Yeah, I didn't want to.
So I was like, but I did find some that were handheld that were smaller because that's what I was looking for. I'm like, that had to be what she had was a smaller one,
It had to be, yeah, of course. It had to fit in her Dollar Tree purse for sure.
Right.
But I'm gonna play this lady in her cattle prod one more time.
Okay.
I made so many little throwaway videos to add to like my next solo live stream is going to be wild because I've got all kinds of shit, but I didn't want to keep throwing that over the top of our conversation.
Yeah, Peg's like you. Okay.
It's called a jig. Seen
Go ahead.
one of these before. It's called a jig.
Yeah, that's all right. I was just reading Peg's comment. She's like, you probably need to carry a cattle prod when you done snitch on some rug ring dealers or leaders.
Do that. You know what? You're not wrong. That's funny. Good fucking point.
I don't know if you've ever seen one of these before. It's called a jig, in other words, cattle prod. Well, when the farmers have trouble with the cattle and getting them up off the floor of the trucks or in the cattle yards, well, they just touch
or out of their chair.
They soon move. Doesn't matter how big the beasts are, they will move with this.
Out of their way at the fucking grocery store line.
Or as Curious would say, to get her out of the chair to get over to Taco Bell.
Oh, man. And thanks again, Curious. I don't know if she's still in chat, but I went back and I watched that.
Funny.
I went back. I put on my headphones and I smoked one because I had one. And,
yeah.
And I listened to the whole thing in its entirety, and she. Curious, you just fucking crushed it.
She's like, I know a guy that knows.
I want to get you a gift for doing that. It was such a blessing. The haters are gonna hate. I know there's a few people saying goofy shit, but for the most part, it was a lot.
I was wondering about that. I was wondering. Because I had heard someone in a comment section somewhere referencing it that she was getting hate. I'm like.
Yeah.
Well, then she's doing something. She's doing something right then.
She's not going to give a flying shit what those low.
No, she don't.
But it's wild. One person made a whole community post. Avis fam, of course. Everything I do, she's. Hi Heather, I know you're watching. She's just obsessed, man. So as soon as I ended the live stream, she was just like, "Oh, just Irish should be Curious AF should be ashamed of themselves, and everyone should demand their money back." I didn't sell tickets to
money back. The fuck! I think Heather needs to stop drinking when she's on stream. That's my opinion. I don't know if that sounds wasted half the time.
She's the worst kind. She's been touting, "Oh, I've been sober for 2 years," and
yeah,
every other day somebody sends me a clip of her
drunk
in the last 8 months drunk. That's not my concern. Look, I battle drinking myself. You guys know that. I'm doing the best I can, but I'm not gonna fucking. I pulled off a year. I didn't even think I could do that. I'm not gonna. Like, I could have just not gone live and just lied to you guys and be like, "Look, I still haven't had a drink. I'm a big."
Right.
Why would I? That doesn't benefit either one of us if I did that.
Yeah, I remember when I was still in, because I did when I first got clean. I did. I did. What's it called? Daily. Well, it was. God damn it. it was day treatment. That's what it was. So I'd go every day for like 6 to 8 hours, and we'd sit in groups and, that kind of shit. And I got my Suboxone there. Yeah. And I got it's an outpatient. It was my Suboxone clinic, but they had day treatment as well. And it was a very small clinic, but it was awesome. And, so because I was on Suboxone for 4 years, off for 4 years now. So, but anyway, so, obviously he drug tests you, this and that. Well, I had kind of fallen off, with the cracky crack. So, it had been like a week or two, and I go in for my little weekly whatever talk with the doc, and he's like, all right, he comes in, he's like, all right, now I don't want you. I'm like, dude, I fucked up. He's like, he had this whole speech ready, like how I shouldn't lie and I shouldn't, just tell me the truth. And I'm like, dude, I fucked up. I know you're gonna know, and I'm not gonna lie anyways, because I really was there for myself. I checked I put myself there because I wanted, a better life. And that's the difference, it's like, and another analogy I wanted to say to you, Sinner, is I used to have, like people would mess up and get all upset because they lost their clean time and this and that. And I had one of the awesome counselors. He said, well, think of it this way. If you take a letter and you're walking to the mailbox, down your driveway to the mailbox, and you fall down halfway there, do you have to go back to the house and then go start over? It's like, no. Yeah, no, you don't. You still have the knowledge. Yeah, you still have the knowledge and the experience and the all that stuff. So, I just wanted to say that to you too, because it's not, you're not throwing all this shit away. It's a number. Like I don't even keep track of mine anymore.
I do appreciate that. I sincerely think I'm past that point now, because now I'm just counting the days I've got now, and I can't worry about that.
I don't even. I used to keep track of every single day. Yeah. I used to keep track of every day, and now I don't even count I know what year I got sober, and I know how long it's been roughly since I fucked up. So it's like,
But I need to get a new sponsor, because I'm in a new part of the state here, and I've learned pretty quickly that a solid sponsor, someone's responsive sponsor, right? They should all be. But I mean, if you guys don't know anything about the AA or NA, it's suggested you get a sponsor, someone who's saltier in the program and knows how to work the steps, the 12 steps, blah, blah, blah.
To guide you
but like the importance of having a sponsor that I will just be honest with you and not, it's almost impossible to find the perfect one. And once you have one, you would hang on to them. Mine is up in Sacramento, and now I'm in Pismo, and it's too far of a distance because I need to see this person in person.
Right.
Yeah, because he would tell me things like when I was having a difficult time beating myself up for what I thought was throwing a year of sobriety away for some beers, and some whiskey.
Right.
Was it worth it? Was it worth it? But you know what he said to me? Well, I can't say exactly what he said to me. It's crazy, but basically, stop being such a fucking little bitch.
Yeah.
And suck it up. And I was like, fuck you,
Just keep moving. Yep.
When I was saying that, when I thought about it later, I was like, that's exactly the right thing to say to me. Like, stop being such a little bitch and just get on with it. Like, you're going to be sober. You're not. Like, I'm not going to deal with you whining like a little bitch here. It's like, okay.
Yeah. And it's taken me years to like rewire my brain and stop behaviors that are not beneficial to me. But that one thing that still sticks around is that inner dialogue where you're talking down to yourself all the time. And I just try to remind myself, like my therapist, the first time she said it, I was like, oh, she said, she's like, well, what do you say to yourself? And I told her, some things that I say to myself. She's like, would you talk to one of your children like that? And it was like instant light bulb, and I was like, all right, got it. Okay, got it. You know,
Natalie
so
said, "Who's speaking?" Natalie, this is Just Irish, aka Little Irish Girl. That's who's up here with me. She has been since the
hey,
beginning.
yeah, hey
Ninja,
Natalie Scanlon,
Ninja
I've seen you
Orchids
around.
joined us for most of the show, but she had some doggos to tend to. And she caught me off guard with all those nice things she was saying about me. And it's so sweet to see. I mean, of course, I know I've been brushing elbows with Ninja for a couple of years now, but I didn't know it's refreshing. It's in heart. Let's see, what's the right word? It emboldens what I'm doing here when I hear from someone from their own mouth that they're paying attention and they get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I
I
mean,
told, yeah,
that validation is not something I really seek, but when it happens like that, it's pretty fucking amazing, and I'm happy about it.
yeah, yeah. Because even I mean, even when you fucked up, it's like I think I shot you a text, but it's like if you've ever heard the addict in the hole or the addict in the well, it's like people were kind of freaking out. Oh my god, I hope he's okay. And oh my god, and it's like, you know what? He knows his way back.
Yeah.
He's a big boy. I sent my words of support, and he's a big boy, and he's going to do what he's going to do. He knows, he's been down this road before. We've gotten, we've had to crawl out before. We know how to do it. So,
For
not
sure.
that I'm indifferent, but I don't baby people either.
No,
when they've been around for a while, I'm not going to baby you.
no,
I'll
you
be
wouldn't
here, of
expect. You wouldn't
course.
expect to be. Hey, Castle,
Right.
thanks for being here. I see Patricia Burns. Here's the thing, though. Like, and trust me, well, no, don't trust me on this because I'm not sure. But oftentimes, I can determine whether someone's. Nah, that's a bold fact. Never mind. I used to think that I could catch a vibe as to whether someone was being sincere or not. I've
I
lost
used to,
that
yeah.
ability. I've lost that ability. I mean, it's specifically with social media, like communicating like we do here. It's impossible to do.
Well, it is, because you know why? Because all we're hearing are voices for the most part.
Yeah.
I have to be in a room with someone. I have to be in a room with someone to truly know. And I've made that mistake clearly very recently. That I thought I could trust someone, or I thought they were good, and whoa, did I learn a lesson again,
No, I know you just
because
learned that lesson recently.
yeah, and I'm a seasoned, bullshit artist. So it's like I usually can spot that shit right away. So that threw me off my pivot a little bit. I'm like, whoa, I better chill the fuck out with the, because in order to really get a vibe on somebody, you have to see their mannerisms and feel their energy. You got to be, you got to have more information. We're limited
Or
on social media.
or at least, I mean, at least have open dialogue, conversation. If you have a question about something, if someone gets defensive, if you just ask them a simple question, then I don't know.
Right. And that's when all that
Like I always say,
happened.
it's difficult for me. It's difficult enough for me to trust myself at many stages in my life, let alone to trust someone else. And then
Right.
make the person a stranger, and
Yeah.
it's tough. It
Yeah.
leaves me with email response paralysis at times, where I want to respond to these people, but I just don't know what to fucking say. You know what I mean? I don't want to
Right.
build expectations. I also don't want to disappoint. I don't want to, it's just fucking, it's a lot, man.
Yeah. It's a lot. And, it's like when, someone is spouting all these lies about me, it's like, I'm going to address this once. And then, like I said, I think I did in the next stream, I'm like, look, if anyone's got questions about, because I don't listen, I'm not going to listen to that toxic shit. So I don't know what's being said, but I a blanket statement to anybody. My DMs are open. There's email. Go to my, whatever. If you have a question, if something really happened, or you want to know my side, email me. I'm cool like that. I don't get it's pretty hard to offend me. You have to really be trying. So, you know, that's all I could do. I'm not gonna, you know, and I don't have it. I had it bad for a couple weeks. You got it. You've had it bad for a lot longer, you know?
I've gotten used to it. I mean,
Yeah,
not to the
sadly.
point where I'm not desensitized to it, because I'm still acutely attentive to what is said. And of course, the people that are saying things about me that are so outrageous, they still find, to this very moment, they're finding a way to even trump themselves, to even go to find a way to go even further with the misinformation. I mean, that's when it becomes like almost like, am I hallucinating? Because at this point, nobody should believe what they're saying, but people still they don't. People just dislike me.
Blindly.
There are a certain number of people that just dislike me. It doesn't matter what. I can hit the lottery for $200 million tomorrow, give $100 million to all their favorite charities,
right?
And send them a couple $1,000, and they would still fucking hate me because they're told they're supposed to.
And I've said that, you know, well, and that's like when I first started hearing your name, it was from her. And I was hearing what a bad guy you are and this and that, blah, blah, blah. So I didn't I mean, I really don't speak on people I don't know, but it did keep me away, because I'm like, you know, I believed her blindly. But then, you know, when I started, you know, seeing for myself, I was like, what the, you know, you know, I had no problems with you. So it's like, you know, back in the Sweetie Pie and Sourpuss days, and I would come in periodically and check you guys out, and I never heard you say anything offensive. But then, you know, it took me a while to really start seeing through her bullshit completely.
Definitely, look, I did not handle getting doxxed and dragged for filth and shit made up about me. I did not handle it well, and at the time, I was like, one part of my body was in a Fireball bottle, and the other part of my body was in a Jameson bottle, and everything that I was saying, I fucking meant. It's just the verbiage that I was using. I was calling women the C word, and even though they were absolutely being the C word, being drunk and saying that on a public platform, it sounds fucking crazy. And I owned it. You know, it was like once or twice, and of course that's all they needed to make that.
That's all they needed. Now it's all they got. Now it's all they got.
That is never was who I am. That was 100%.
It's a culmination.
Circumstantial. Yeah. And they try to make that, like, put me in that box, and that's who I am. Like, when I wake up in the morning, I'm just like, oh, I hate women. Like, are you fucking? It's so crazy. I know why they do it. It took me a long time to figure out how to deal with that. And the only way to deal with that is just be myself. Like, fuck that.
Right. And their whole purpose is to isolate you out of, you know,
of course,
out of everywhere, from everywhere, you know.
And that's what they were doing. When this all started, I was just a subscriber. I wasn't even a moderator on any channels. I was just a subscriber with no videos, no live streams, just clicks, views, and I would super chat a lot of channels.
Well, I think she hates it because, you know what? She was the one that told you to go start a channel.
She demanded.
Yeah.
Go and start your fucking channel and make sure you hashtag Queen Bee in every video. Go ahead. That's a quote.
Now she's mad. She's mad about it.
that was one of my earliest videos. Be careful what you ask for.
Yeah. Like, for sure. And I said the same thing about Brittany J. I'm like, Brittany J could be Mother Teresa out here, and they still find some shit. You know?
Exactly.
I mean,
well, they were talking shit. You know, Brittany J behind the scenes, and this is not my story to tell, but behind the scenes, she has subscribers and members that when they have financial troubles, she fucking helps them out. She doesn't have to talk about that. I'll talk about it. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's why she has so many good people that contribute to her channel, because they're friends with Brittany J, and they know the good things that she does behind the scenes. And now everyone's gonna be like, we need receipts. Go fuck yourselves. This isn't a conversation for you if you're demanding receipts for what someone doesn't want to discuss with you. It's none of your business. You know what I mean?
Right.
Someone gives charity to one of their subscribers.
Right.
That is none of your fucking business. You know?
Right. Like I've heard people say.
Thank goodness Brittany's not braggadocious about what she does in private. You know,
right? I mean,
that's not who she
is. People say, "Well, what are you doing for your community?" Well, guess what? It's on my, I posted a few pictures of things I do, but it's not. It's more of an artistic take on things, and more a little bit of awareness. But I don't need to do that either. Good people do shit because they believe in what they're doing and they care, and it's not for accolades. It's just, and for me, a lot of what I do in my community is selfish too. It helps keep me sober and straight and walking the line.
Well, yeah, that's the big thing about giving is like there's a physical fucking reward to the person that gives.
Yep.
Like you get
absolutely.
You get a sense of purpose.
Purpose is the big thing.
And to be included in something and to feel like
like you're, I feel like I'm part of the change in this world, and it's all good. My little piece, because a lot of people get overwhelmed and they're like, I don't know, I mean, everything's so bad and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, all you can do is your little part, and just think, kind of like rising tide raises all vessels. That's the big saying we have in our outreach program is if we all share, we all have enough, and that goes over many aspects of life. It's just kind of how I live my life. So, and the people that I'm attracted to on this platform, like you and Brittany J, are people like that. Those are the people I want to be around. Those are the people that I feel good when I interact with them,
I'm drawn to risk takers as well. People that they're going to try something, and if it doesn't work, they're going to try something else. I mean, those are always my favorite stories. Like all the way from being a tiny kid, listening to stories of inventors, and I like people to build things. Yeah, I like people to build things. Yeah. So what I'm doing is my 2-bit version of that. I'm trying to build a little community here. We're like the that clothing brand, the Antisocial Social Club. It's like we're the anti-bully social club. I just like I hate to see people bullied, and for some reason it gets done here on YouTube. Like I haven't seen anywhere else. Although I've never really fucked with Facebook any more than superficial.
Yeah, I don't fuck with Facebook. No, it's just because I was on Facebook long before I came to YouTube, and there's too much stuff on there. I don't want people out, so I locked it down for safety reasons, and I just don't care. I have enough. Twitter's good. I'm good.
Yeah, I see. I don't tweet either. I don't tick. I don't talk. I don't Facebook. This is. I mean, YouTube is the platform that I enjoy the most. I mean, even before I went live or made any videos, I was still racking up view hours every week just watching.
Right.
I mean, I would always contribute to. I was so dumb. I was like financially contributing to channels. The channel holders were already millionaires. I had no idea. I thought, you know what I mean? So then when I figured out that you can actually help people that you like by sending them money, super chats and whatnot, then, I went a little buck wild. I spent thousands of dollars, but I supported people that I appreciated.
Right. And there's a big learning curve when you first come here, big time.
Yeah.
It takes a while. Like when I first came to YouTube, I simply searched true crime, and the first 2 people to pop up were Dolly and Bullhorn Betty. So I went to Dolly's channel. That was the first channel I ever went to. So it was a big learning curve, I
worked overnights at a hotel, and I would watch Dolly too. I had no idea what a tragedy pimp was. I had no idea.
Me either.
Really had no idea what any of that was.
No.
How would I? It's not even a fucking real term. It's just something a bunch of weirdos on YouTube made up. The whole thing
but it is.
It's not a tragedy. There's no such thing as. It's just complete, unadulterated exploitation.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's
Opportunists. They're
capitalizing
opportunists,
on
you know.
someone else's pain.
It's like they all have the same profiles. They're for the most part unemployable because most of them are felons or criminals. They're lazy. They have no drive whatsoever.
Communication skills. Yeah.
No communication skills, arrested development. I mean, but the list goes on. So that people like that flock to YouTube in droves, and they see, oh shit, you can make money doing this. They're opportunists, and they get lucky, you know. Yeah.
It's almost dangerous how easy it is for just any knucklehead to just set up shop and like we know to be true about Queen Bee. Like she was a 2-bit hustler, narcotics, whatever, slanging this, delivering that, whatever it may be. Eventually, we'll have to go through the criminal record just because everyone seems
funsies. Yeah. But I'm really curious. Besides selling alcohol and cigarettes to minors in that little store, I wonder if she's ever had a real job besides that. I'm kind of curious.
I don't know.
So
I would say no.
I would say no as well.
I mean,
yeah.
What's your typical first job is retail? She already had shoplifting on her record, so I didn't. You know, she probably
She probably knew the person.
Shoplifter to sell their T-shirts or jeans.
Yeah, she's right. Yeah, and that didn't end well. You know, that ended in charges too. That even her job ends up in charges.
Charges get charges.
Oh, good.
Oh my God. Well, let's wrap it up. Yeah. Irish, I don't want to be on here all day, or else we run a risk of becoming like them.
Yes, exactly. All right. Well, thanks for having me up.
Awesome. Thanks for being here.
Yep. I will see you all later.
A random stranger from the internet. It was good.
Yep. Rando. I just found my way over here today.
I'm gonna have to reach out to the person. And find out
all right. Bye, guys.
Bye, Irish. Thanks for joining me.
Yeah. All right.
Bye now.
Sure. Bye-bye.
And Ninja, please subscribe to both of them. My goodness, people, damned if I do, damned if I don't. Just Irish has been around for a while. Ninja Orchids. I keep saying orchards. Like, what is wrong with Ninja Orchids? Has been around, sitting at my table for a long time. So there was nothing random about those two ladies. Hey, CP, Radar CP. I came to YouTube 9 years ago. For the first year, I only listened. I listened for like 15 years before I even started commenting. And I had no idea that live streams were a thing until just the last, 6 or 7 years. First year, I only listened and never participated in comments. I learned a lot in that year, in that year by just sitting back and listening. See, when I came to this community, I should have taken more time. But you can't win them all. What can you do? Sunnyside enjoyed themselves. Thanks so much, Sunny. Awesome. And no one asked for a link, so had somebody ask for a link, I had it locked and ready to go here. But cool. Guess my haters didn't want to come have the debate about the meaning of life, or I don't know, parenting, or what else would be useful to the general public? Financial planning, tax planning. Ooh, IRS. Wise Angel, thanks so much for being here. Ninja is brilliant. I only use YouTube for teaching content for years. Oh, cool. See, I would just watch, music videos, mostly art videos, things I couldn't find places. I was amazed by the, short documentaries and interviews with, my favorite rock stars and writers and his story, all this stuff. I had no idea. YouTube is fucking incredible. It's so fucking cool. What we're doing in this little corner, whatever. That's why I try to interject a big word and maybe, you know, this day in history occasionally, just to at least keep our brains active. Patricia says, Jess Irish, you are so kick-ass. I love your attitude and advice. Yeah, Jess Irish is incredible. And yeah, we're probably going to do this at least once a month. At least once a month with Just Irish. And then I'm going to persist on trying to do this friggin' morning show, whether I'm sitting here with 10 people or not. And it's still going to happen because I like it. I like to get up early, brew the coffee, get myself set up, watch the sun come up, and shoot the shit. Don't forget to celebrate National Unicorn Day while you're out there today. She says links don't work for me. Which ones? Which links do you need, man? Oh, I didn't post a new link because I'm wrapping up the show. But yeah, you're absolutely right. Great attitude Just Irish has. I mean, what more can you say? Radar CP says, I've been driving, listening. Good live. Everyone enjoy the. I'm glad you enjoyed it. See, I mean, hey, we're gonna keep doing this. Probably not tomorrow, but a couple of days a week we'll go. I'm just gonna schedule it and go live in the morning. If people want to come up and chat, good. If not, then I'll just do it myself and share world events. I don't know, weird shit. Golden toilets and fucking Unicorn Day. You never know what you're gonna find. That's my point. Wise Angel says it was for health and social care. Films to spark debate, music to calm students with autism and ADHD down on a morning and late afternoon. Oh, I see. So yeah, incredible useful tool YouTube is. I mean, I can never get any of those like fall asleep videos to fucking work, even though I try them. It's like, okay, Advil PM is better than your video, but I learned how to use Restream just by looking up videos on YouTube. It's an incredible tool. Link to I'm closing up shop right now. Jeez. I didn't post it in chat because nobody asked for it. I was just waiting for someone to ask. And you came in and asked now. But you should just jump up on the panel next or up on my channel next time I go live anyways. Doesn't matter what I'm talking about, Cheese. You're always welcome. But I'm wrapping this one up. Hey, Narcos. Thanks. Have to go back at the beginning. Pretty mellow one today, Narcos. It is 10:27 a.m. here on the West Coast, so I might come back later. We'll see. I think Emmy Headstones is going to go live. I'm not sure if she's decided yet, but keep an eye out for that. Radar says, I started out in DC and then went up to Boyd and eventually True Crime. By then, they had all started and merged together a little. Yeah, it's turned into a wild place. I was getting some pretty good lessons from Earth about like how things moved in the past because I'm really admittedly in the dark. But you know, anyways, I'm going to play out my outro. It's so good to see you guys. Happy Wednesday. Guess what day it is? Well, this is not going to work. Here we go. All right, I got it up and ready. All right, guys, take care of yourself. I'm going to play this one more time, actually.
I don't know if you've ever seen one of these before. It's called a jig, in other words, cattle prod. Well, when the farmers have trouble with the cattle and getting them up off the floor of the trucks or in the cattle yard, well, they just touch them with this and they soon move. Doesn't matter how big the beasts are, they will move with this.
Seriously, who the fuck has a cattle prod? In what world? In what world is that normal? All right, let's see. That's not the outro, though. Okay, guys, take care. I might see you later this afternoon. If not, I'm certainly will see you on these YouTube streets. Like I always say, take care of yourself before you attempt to try to take care of other people. You know what I'm saying? Because it's impossible to help someone else out if you can't help yourself out first. It's that simple. As always, Queen Bee, go fuck yourself. Everyone else have a pleasant day. Sinner out.
You gotta take control, life's too short. Get out of your head, make a better life instead. You gotta give it all your best. So put your hands up to the sky and live your best life, alright. Don't just let it go by, just try, oh my. Got only one life, got only this time. We gonna get it right. You gotta let go of those who don't belong in your tribe. So cut the bad out of your life. Yeah, do it one time, one time. You gotta work till you're winning. Yeah, take control of the system. When you invest, it's addicting. No time to rest, let's go get it. Not gonna stop till I'm finished. Not gonna drop to my limits. Deep in my chest, I'm inhaling. Believe in testing and failing. You gotta flip everything in your mind. Take the limiting thoughts and turn them into your why. Prove to yourself you're worth it. You deserve it. Push past all the hurt and find your purpose. You gotta take control. Life's too short. Get out of your head, make a better life instead. You gotta give it all your best, so don't let go. Take control. Get out of your head, make a better life instead. You gotta give it all your best, give it all your best. You're never gonna stop, no way, no. Yelling out, hey, yo, headed to the top on our way, yo. You gotta make change, yeah, there's gonna be a little pain, but nothing's worse than staying the same. So light that flame, put the work in, go claim everything you want in this place. It's time to go fast, know that energy is all cash. You could get it all if you never give up, no slack. Headed to the top is a mystery, your own path. Never gonna stop, no, you got this, never go back. I know it gets hard, you gotta love it. You gotta recharge with what you want and think of your dreams. Get that energy to go and get everything. Let's go. You gotta take control. Life's too short. Get out of your head, make a better life instead. You gotta give it all your best, so don't let go.